Well, well, well. Look who came for tea. She will stay by my side. The emotional support capybara. Now I can do crisscross applesauce. It's really time to get cozy now. That's right, you don't get to see the capybara in the background, ominously to the side. Greetings, weary travelers and fellow story gremlins, to the Reaction Sleepover. 'Tis the series where we get cozy and react to stuff. Got a couple of wedding stories today that just look fun and goofy, so without further ado, grab your cozies and snackies. Let's head on into it. I'm very excited. And as always, if you have any stories you'd like to share, wedding or otherwise, you can either email me or there's links in the description. This is I saw a woman I didn't know in our wedding photos months after the wedding. What do you mean? What do you mean? Hi everyone, my husband and I had 100 guests for our wedding. Everyone invited were people dear to us, and we really had to think of the guest list to be able to stick to the 100 head count. The invitations were also very clear on how many seats were reserved for you. I feel like choosing the right people is deceptively difficult. The balance between who you want there and who wants to be there, and it's a whole thing. So imagine my surprise when, 2 months later, this woman Sasquatched out of nowhere. Didn't know that was a verb? It is now. It is here. We got our photos back and I saw a woman we both didn't know. Just standing there. Menacingly. As ominously as my shadow back there. I figured maybe a relative randomly brought someone else. Wouldn't be surprised, as they've done it to previous events. I like the word choice instead of like done it at previous events, it's to the previous events. Like some kind of boss fight in the middle of the event. I present my date. Choose your weapon. This is now Elden Ring. But my parents had no idea either. I brought up my confusion with a bridesmaid later on, and she knew who it was. Turns out one of our high school friends brought her mom. I mean, if they had like a +1, like, technically nothing wrong with that. And overall, it may not be that strange to like, you know, see +1s you've never seen. Or I don't know, is that weird? If someone brings a +1, do the bridal couple typically know who they are? I feel like that happens kind of often, bringing a +1 that is not very well known. But again, I guess my thought process is also like, when they have some kind of inkling who they are. I mean, they would at least see like the connection from who their +1 is. I don't know, I guess it depends. And it's like, overall, it's not that strange, but it would be strange to then look at your wedding photo and be like, who the heck is that? That's really funny. Yeah, it's like one of those things where it's not technically that weird, but it would feel odd to then see just this random person in your wedding photos. I truly don't understand what goes on in people's head when they decide things like this. Our catering and the seats were only for 100 people. Do they not realize food won't just magically appear to feed the extra person? Oh, was that not an... Oh, was that not... Oh! I'm buffering. Was that not a +1? Because I was going off the assumption that that was like a +1. Yeah, no, for this one. Oh, I'm beginning to understand. Yeah, if it's specifically 100 people, this particular wedding, it's very specific. So that's even weirder to see a random person you don't know. Yeah, everyone invited were people dear to us. Very clear on how many seats were reserved for you. So I'm guessing that that's the part that's really weird, is they brought their mom, but maybe they weren't a +1. That's kind of what I'm getting from this, because you're saying like this is an extra person. And that's the thing, some weddings that are planned very specifically, like down to the meal. And so if that's true, that's important to respect that, because there are other weddings like ours. This was like this. We just had like it was small anyway, but we had just like a taco bar. So like people could just grab whatever. But some weddings are planned specifically for a specific amount of people. That an extra chair won't just turn up out of nowhere. Someone wasn't able to go at the last minute because he got a fever the night before. So there was thankfully one extra seat, but it was literally just that one person that couldn't make it. Imagine if he was able to, where would the mom go? Yeah, I'm glad that that worked out so it wasn't like too awkward. I'm just picturing you staring at your wedding photo at just this random woman. I guess like not that random because it's one of your high school friends. It's interesting that if this is one of your close high school friends, like you said, you invited people who are close to you, that you wouldn't recognize their mom. But I suppose that doesn't necessarily mean you'd be close to their mom, because not every like high school friend you meet, like you meet their parents. People in the comments are saying like it's typically good to like plan for extra. That seems like good advice, to like always plan for extra, even if you have like a specific amount of people. I wonder if you saw her at all throughout the night. I wonder if you saw Madam Sasquatch throughout the night at all, or if it was literally the... No, yeah, I'm dumb. You literally said that it was the couple months later when you got your photos back that you actually saw her. Surprise, you got a jump scare. Yeah, from the context I can see, your high school friend was invited, but maybe they didn't have a +1 and maybe they did that on accident. Hopefully that's true. Hopefully this wasn't just like someone knowing that they weren't invited even as a +1 and just came anyway. I hope it was just like a mistake in that regard. It's important to pay attention to see if you have a +1 on your invitation. And I'm glad that it ended up working out. And maybe this is where it's good to have just extra food, and maybe that's pretty commonplace with catering. So maybe it would have worked out anyway if that is commonplace, but you know, you never know. You never know. But how goofy just to be looking through your photos and you're like, who the heck is that? I hope that doesn't spoil it too much. I'm looking forward to today's video because this is r/old people Facebook, or Cracker Bargle. Look at the corn. I'm already just so like, this is so great. So, as you can probably guess, this is a subreddit of our lovely old people out in the wild on Facebook, not really knowing what's going on, just being their lovely silly old selves. I'm already just giggling like mad because look at this. Coward. All because I said no to bingo night. A missed call from Grandpa. And then the only thing he says is coward. Like, come on, Grandpa, what if I was busy? I'm no coward. I challenge you to a duel. You only say coward like that to someone you are dueling and they decide not to fight you anymore. Just coward. I'm sorry, Grandpa. I just imagine, you know, when people, they slap each other with the white gloves, like the most ultimate insult. Grandpa just comes up. Coward. Disappointed. It says Phyllis to Walmart. My grandson is supposed to be having a job interview. Is he there? Just to Walmart. And then someone actually answered. Hi Phyllis, we hope your grandson did well. And Phyllis said he didn't go. He was busy catching those poke bugs on his phone. Very upset with him. He was busy catching those poke bugs. I hope that person who responded was actually from Walmart. Just so happened to see. I have lost 8 pounds since July. Good job. The picture. You know what's funny is I've used this picture, and I remember my best friend freaked out because she thought I had died or something, because she thought the picture I took was some like memorial thing. Because I was like, here it is. Like, I'm just like, I thought it was a cute aesthetic picture, and she texted me like, I thought you died. I'm proud of you, random Facebook lady. Just your picture. So good. I love it. I love it. Name this plant, please. George. I guess I got what I asked for. Name this plant. He is George now. We got a, what is it called? We got a pumpkin the other day. You know, Halloween's coming up. Spoopy season is here. And I named him Bartholomew. Barth, for short. I love the need humans have to name inanimate objects. Not sure if this belongs here, but this picture my dad gave me for Christmas. The ringer? Did you take a screenshot of the picture with the ringer? Savaged by my own grandma. It's honestly amazing how much more I enjoy doing the dishes when I have 2 essays due on Monday. And Nancy says, and if you don't do the essays, you may be able to make a career out of it. Love you. You gotta love how bold older people are. Ladies and gentlemen, my grandmother. Granny created group, do you want this bowl? Granny added you. Granny changed this group's icon. Granny left. You're now an admin. She created a group chat just to ask you, do you want this bowl? The icon is the bowl. It's the most extra way to ask if someone wants something, and I love it. Aunt gave birth yesterday and Grandpa was very excited. Okay. Why is it just getting funnier to me? Grandpa, you have a new grandson. Okay. Calm down, grandma. Watch this. Congrats. You know, confetti stuff. My screen just had confetti. Try it. Congrats. Congrats. Love it. Congrats, 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 congrats. Congrats, congrats, congrats. She's casting a spell.
Confetti will consume your life.
Calm down, grandma. Please, the confetti. It's too powerful. Just getting buried in confetti. Wholesome Sue. Joshua is with Emily. New relationship. Sue says, "What does this mean, my grandson?" Joshua, "I am in a relationship." Sue, "Oh my goodness." Such shock. She's like, "Finally, he's done it." Dad has a remedy to me walking in the snow. Don't freaking walk. Might be fun to walk in the snow though. Nasty out there. It's fine. You will get wet. I love the emphasis. You will get wet. I've got jackets. I called Mr. Uber. I feel like that sounds like a name of a mob boss. Mr. Uber is coming. Hide the money. You will get wet. This is posted in a hamster group. I have one question. What should I do to stop my Peppa and Felix from eating their offspring? What is the background? Peace, love, and don't eat each other. Oops, real estate broker. Oops. What does that mean? Kick the soccer ball into my window so that they can get a better deal on buying my house. Yeah, just arrived home. Yeah, just arrived home. Yeah, just arrived home. Well, I'm glad you're getting home safely. Where is full belly? Where is it? Mr. Uber is back, and he's asking the hard-hitting questions. Love to go, but I bond drive because I lose my feet. Oh. Feet. Oh. On a community post about a bank robbery. Santa Claus, how dare you? Now, what type of role model are you for all the little boys and girls of the world that look up to you? How dare you, Santa Claus? About a bank robber? Huh? Question about the inn of... How much will a 3-day stay be? That sounds wonderful. I was wondering how... Same. Don't accept. Don't accept. Her next post said, "Don't accept friend requests from me." I believe that's where she was going. It's each post is, "Don't accept friend requests from me." Ah. Ah. Why is it so funny? It's so stupid. Why am I like this? Why is the stupidest thing so funny to me? It's the sound I make when you kick that soccer ball towards my face. Ah! Then it hits me, and then I'm dead. Nothing. Those bananas were the best I have ever eaten. Nothing. Burger? Huh? Why does it say nothing? Where'd the bananas come from? Are you making a joke about a nothing burger? And why are you confused? Where am I? Bye. Buy all my money that I spent to get this piece of paper. I am 94 now. I have given my loom to one of my grandchildren. Sorry that I haven't kept in touch. I have agreed with all the rules. What's all the rules? It's the rules of Mr. Uber.
He's always watching.
People suck. Period. You got that right. For sure. You got it, dude. Hello! Hi, what's going on? People are coming and going. I trust all is well with everyone. Are you the one who made this group? Are you Mr. Uber? It has such a vibe of I trust all is well with everyone. Now choose who to save. Hello. We are all good for now. 741 participants. What is going on here? What's with these one word? It is a tasty biscuit mix. I am tired, go to hell. Now publish that. 2 people found this helpful. Person got married. They're very confused. It's an arranged marriage. Hashtag fake friends. Congrats, you have fake friends. My computer has been hacked. I think that's my favorite one. My computer has been hacked. I hope you guys are having as much fun as I am. If you aren't, I'm sorry, but this is just so funny. This is just so funny to me. I only drink non-alcohol wine. Well, this is the non-alcoholic wine reviews group, so you're in the right place. I like red wine, non-alcohol. Do you send wine to people? What? No, I'm just a normal guy. I'm not even sure what type of entity would be out here just sending wine to people. Mr. Uber, when you make the right choice. Just angry. Good morning, Justina. Thank you for contacting us. Can we offer any assistance? Kind wishes, Isla. Angry. Sending mixed signals here. K. There it is again! Why is there so many of these? That must be like the default background you can use, because like so many people have used that. Merry Christmas and happy 76 B-Day, Martin. You have COVID and respiratory tract infection. Merry Christmas. Ho, ho, ho. It's just the ho 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 at the end. It's so it's so aggressive. I'm losing my mind. Joyce. Joyce, why? Joyce, that was so aggressive. Gru. Huh? I agree. Okay. Okay, I think that's gonna be it for today. I lost it at that one. In addition to the Cozy Gremlins collection. This one has strings, like a sweater. Glorious. Greetings and salutations, weary travelers and fellow Cozy Gremlins. Welcome to the Reaction Sleepover. This is the series where we get cozy and we react to stuff. We only have one story today, but it is by our esteemed guest, Season Sector. He has submitted so many stories to this series. You better go give him love. PocoMuses demands it. I am baffled by this title. Marriages, horses, and mock trials. Excusez-moi. Hello again. Greetings. I say that like I've set a trap. You are trapped here. You can never leave. Give me your stories. I feel like if I was gonna be a villain in any way, it would be the story gremlin. I steal you so you can tell me your stories, and I just sit happily as I listen. I'm not even that bad. I just want people to tell me stories. So as the title says, there's marriage and horses. But allow me to explain. Only the best stories are followed by those words. It was 2015 in either... 2015? That was 9 years ago. In either March or April, and it was during the senior year for government, and we were having a mock trial because this was during or after the court approved of the LGBT being able to marry, and so the teacher was like, okay, in a few days or tomorrow, we'll be having a mock trial, so raise your hands if you want to be a mock judge. Me and a friend of mine and like 4 to 5 other people raised their hands, right? You're like, ultimate power, please. So fast forward to the day of the mock trial. Whew. People are throwing up. How did we get here? Psych, this is the story of when you discover time travel. And both sides were making their statements, but one that I'm going to point out is that for the side that was for the marriage, they said people should have the right to marry anyone they want as long as it's legal. Not the exact quote, I'm paraphrasing. And so the teacher, who wasn't involved in any way except to say which side could make their statements first and counter arguments literally just setting off the table, decides to cut in and use an example. Well, you said anyone should be able to marry anyone, but what if David, fake name for me, wanted to marry his horse? Why did you go to horse? Who goes right to horse? Madam, are you okay? Madam or sir, are you alright? And also them singling you out, like, hey! Why are you dragging me into this? If you're gonna use a weird scenario, just use yourself. Why would you go to horse? Should he be allowed to marry his horse? And I'm pretty certain that after he said that both sides in this mock trial were confused, I was confused, and the other mock judges were confused. Imagining just the awkward pause, just like, why are you suggesting a horse marriage? Sir, I assure you, no one else was going to bring that up. Just know, I wouldn't know what to do in that situation. What do you even say in response to that? You're like, I wouldn't. I'm concerned for your brain. You had a weird school, man. If you're new here and you haven't seen other videos where I read Season Sector's stories, you went to weird schools. Weird things happened. Did anyone else have weird experiences in school? I kind of want to know. If you have any weird stories about school, submit them, because I'm fascinated. And the other mock judges were confused because it's like they said anyone, not anything. And sure, horses are living beings. They're not people. This has nothing to do with what you're talking about. I can only imagine how embarrassing that must have been to go home after that day's lesson and that teacher must have just crawled under a billion rocks and just wished to die. Just as many blankets as he could find and never see the world again. That's what I would do. I don't know if I could recover from that. Can you imagine what the next day would have been like? I feel for you, man, but why did your brain go there? And this is the funny part. This is the funny part? During the day and up till a few months ago, I was mad that he used me as an example. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're like, why did you single me out for your weird scenario? Leave me out of this. You're peas in a misery pod. Now all these high school students, because they're menaces, are torturing not only him, but also you, because you are forced into this unwarranted scenario. I was mad they used me as an example. It was only a few months ago that I went, wait, what does marrying a horse have to do with marrying another person? You just wake up from cold sweat like, wait a minute. That is only the kind of story where you're just up late at night and that just pops into your head and you're like, wait a minute. You know, the usual conspiracy theorist cycle everyone experiences very late at night. Plot twist, that teacher had a grudge against you, so they created this convoluted plan to make up a weird scenario that had nothing to do with anything you were already talking about and drag you into it so that you would be bullied forever, even though you had no consent in the matter. I don't know what I expected from the title of the story, but it wasn't that. I kind of had no expectations, and wow, did that really throw me for a loop? For a moment, my brain just could not compute how, that's a real scenario. Well, thank you for that very entertaining story. As usual, appreciate you so much. Again, go give him love. He deserves it. Or Story Gremlin will come get you and force you to tell me stories. This makes me want to ask, does anyone have weird school stories? Just what's something that was just weird that you encountered or experienced, or I don't know. Fun prompt. But yeah, I know this video is shorter, only one story, but as promised, the never-ending blabber of Amanda's squirrel brain. Hope you enjoyed. I hope you're doing well, but if not, I hope this video has brightened your day at least a little bit. It's just a nice little treat. Just like a weird thing that happened to someone in high school. Again, if you have any stories like that, or any other kinds of stories, share them. You can either do that in the Google form in the link to the description. You could even leave a comment and say hey, this is a story submission. I never really asked for that because I didn't think about it. But you can do either those two things, or you can email me. And then this is The Wedding in the Woods with no food. Why are we in the cabin in the woods now? I've never seen that. Have you? I've heard it's very good. I thought you guys would like this one. Oh dear, that's not ominous at all. So this was the summer before the pandemic. The bride and groom live in the same city as us, and their family live on the other side of the state, a 5-hour drive. Hope they like road trips! For a venue, they chose a ski lodge at a fairly remote state park in a different, more rural state. I hate that word. It's so annoying to say. Rural. That required a 4-hour drive for friends from the city and 7 hours for the folks from home. So everyone is traveling. And the park is beautiful, wooded. There's a small lodge. Why is that in quotations? It's just a shack. It's a porta potty with a few rooms filled up with the most. Sorry, I'm just giggling. We're getting married in a porta potty. Huh? Instead of the arch, it's a porta potty. And everyone sits in their seats, and the couple and the officiant are in the porta potty. They're all cramped in there. I'm so sorry. With a few rooms filled up with the most elderly relatives, and everyone else posted up in primitive cabins or tents. Primitive. We're in Hunger Games now. Good luck. First cabin in the woods, and now it's Hunger Games. Hunger in the woods. So the time on the invite comes, and we young people, all put on our dresses and ties and shoes and tromp. That was a fun word. Tromp through the forest to the lodge for the wedding. I love how it's always in quotations. There's an open bar with wine and beer, and people are naturally availing themselves, more and more as the ceremony is mysteriously delayed. Oh. Then the wedding happens. Normal. And then we filed into a room with white tablecloths and name tags, waiting for our ziti or chicken or whatever, except it never came. Uh-oh. At some point, someone brought out a single crock pot of meatballs. Who wants meatballs? But no like subs or anything. Everyone gets one fork and one meatball. Not everyone gets one. It's a single meatball on a single fork. You'll have to fight for it. We said this was Hunger Games. We just didn't give you the details till now, which were quickly eaten by the grandparents as the guests were getting drunker and hungrier and more confused. Oh no. That is not a good combination, being confused and drunk. People kept drinking and getting increasingly wild. Remember, we are in the woods where we cannot order pizza, hit a drive-thru, or eat out of our own kitchens. You are trapped. The way that was a joke, but this really is kind of turning into Hunger Games. At the end of the night, girls were puking, boys were fighting, and if someone had shown up with a loaf of white bread, they could have sold it for $500. The couple divorced 3 years later. Oh, that's a bummer. Well, I hope they're doing all right and that they can look back with some humor. Like when things go wild like that, and hopefully you can look back on moments that are train wrecks with humor. I know I would. That's how I always cope. Selling bread for $500 just turns into a whole auction. If you're lucky enough, you get a meatball and a slice of bread. You can have a partial meatball sub. Wow, what a glorious image. Oh boy. You look back like, I can never eat meatballs again. My dear gremlins, the tea has been spilled. Huzzah. And then our glorious feel-good finale is this. A couple got married at an aquarium, and there's just a beluga whale watching. I love how he's towering over the efficient, like, I'm the true efficient. Now kiss. That's so cute. I love how you can like see people in the background too. I feel like I can see a guy's face where he's like, what the? No, but everyone else is just smiling. And I love that like they're smiling. Like this is, oh, that's beautiful. What a great thing to look back on. Just this gentle cow of the sea crashing your wedding. The only acceptable wedding crasher. Beluga whales never need a +1. They're always welcome. Right? Is it manatees that are cows of the sea? Wait, manatees, beluga. Oh, I said the wrong thing. Whatever, same difference. I feel like they're both very gentle. Is that a manatee? Am I dumb? Is that a beluga? That's a beluga. That's a beluga. Right? I feel like I'm losing my mind now. Oh no. Oh no. I'm embarrassing myself. Now beluga whales and manatees are gonna come into my nightmares and go, how dare you? I reject your cake and substitute my own. What audacity am I about to see? This is a short tale about one of the wildest things I've ever seen at a wedding. We're off to such a strong start. Not the worst wedding I've ever been to, but certainly the most WTF. About 15 years ago, I was a guest at a big New York, New Jersey wedding. Between a New Yorker and a New Jersey? Yes, between the states. No, between two people who are from those places. I barely knew the groom, a cousin's cousin. My cousin's boyfriend's dog's nail groomer's wife. Yep. I'd barely met, and mostly I was invited since I'd been living with my aunt at the time for college and she was close with the groom. The church wedding service goes off without a hitch, and the bride, groom, and their families are doing some quick group photos outside while most of the guests head off to the cocktail hour and reception. That's where the first sign of trouble starts. That's where it always starts. I need to observe the cake stealer. The bride's mother starts throwing a fit that the bride's family should have priority for photos. But they're both getting married. You both are important. Like, they should go first? I feel like that normally happens anyway. I think it just so happens that this time you start with the groom. Why does that matter? It's not gonna take that long. She actually physically stopped the photographer. Oh, what are you doing? Are you throwing the cake at them? That's what happened to it. From taking a group shot of about 15 people to make them wait for her family to be ready. Gah. Photos can take a bit of time, but it doesn't take that long. Girly pop. You need a lollipop because your blood sugar seems low. That's why she's stealing the cake. Yeah, the bride looked mortified. Poor thing. That is so embarrassing. And the bride's father and groom's parents had to step in and keep mom from causing a scene. It's like, it's just weird when people do things without regard to how it's going to affect, especially in this case, the main people, the main reason that this event is even happening. I totally get wanting to make sure like your side of the family gets photos. That's gonna happen. Trust the photographer to do their job. That poor person just like, give me a sec. Somebody let slip that the bride and groom had paid for the whole wedding themselves, and the bride's mom was furious that she had been cut out of planning after she had repeatedly tried to change things behind the bride's back. Wow. I don't blame them for wanting to do it themselves, because then they don't have to worry about her butting her head in. She seemed to try to anyway. And that depends on you either, if you want to pay for it or if you want, like, traditionally parents to pay for it. Either way's fine, but I bet that was nice. They could we're just gonna take care of it. With that smoothed over and photos done, the reception gets underway. A lovely event at some reception hall with a garden, open bar, the works. A garden? Oh, that's so pretty. Suddenly it turns into, I almost said Ice Princess. That's the wrong princess movie. Princess Diaries, where they fall into the fountain. As she's sneaking out with the cake, she falls in. An hour or two in, they're getting ready to serve food, and suddenly they're shouting from the direction of the kitchen. An entrance hall, a lot of shouting. What now? The bride's mother had replaced the cake. Who does that? Unless there's a sidebar and the couple is like, hey, we actually don't really like this cake. Can you like do us a solid? That'd be completely different. She just, I don't like this cake. I'm gonna do mine instead. Do you need some crumpets with that audacity? And was attempting to move the original cake, a beautiful 2-foot tall number, out of the building on a serving cart. That's half my size. I am 4'9". That's like half my size. Let's just say for giggles that the mother-in-law is my height. Can you imagine? Someone trying to secretly cart something out that's half their size. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't. Only a raised lip on the tile floor had kept her from wheeling the cart and cake out the door on a mad dash to the parking lot. What are you doing? What are you doing? There's no need. One of the groomsmen going out for a smoke had found her struggling to get the cart over a small bump and raised the alarm. That's right, the venue has a cake stealer alarm because this weirdly happens a lot. Can you imagine? He's just sitting there and you just see in the corner of his eye, sees the cake moving and then sees her right behind it. They lock eyes. There's just a really awkward moment for a second. She goes, "Don't you dare." His eyes swipe to the alarm, just a big red button. Continues eye contact as he slams it. Like some terrible heist movie, her whole plan was to steal a several $100 gourmet masterpiece and replace it with a cheap Walmart-looking cake that had presumably been in the trunk of her car all afternoon. Have you ever heard of the sun? It's like during the hottest part of the summer in Texas in a black car. Imagine everything's like melted off, depending on how like melty it even is. Let's say she was successful in replacing the cake. It's all melted, so she just puts a smiley face on it. Perfect. With the message, "Joke's on you, losers." She's already gone. Once they see the cake, they just hear the skidding of the car. And hoped nobody noticed. All because she was mad she didn't get her way. Wait, so this was retaliatory? She didn't get aware about the photo, so her first thought was steal the cake? And the funny part is, she probably got the pictures just fine. Suffice it to say, after much shouting in the hallway, the real cake was rescued, the imposter cake disposed of into her face, and the bride's mother spent the rest of the reception sitting in her car sulking. What in the world? A whole cartoon, dude. Like, is this the plot to Tom and Jerry, one of their episodes? Sure sounds like it. Honestly, the bride's poise at the whole thing was impressive, but I gather this probably wasn't the first time her mother went a little crazy. The rest of the reception was a blast. Nobody seemed to miss the mother much, and it was certainly one of the most memorable events I've ever attended. I don't think I'm ever gonna forget this story. Like, pull yourself together, Elastigirl. Okay. No. Would you like to leave a review? No. Thanks for the feedback. I'm not sure whether or not this is gonna go in the reaction sleepover, but just in case, welcome back to Reaction Sleepover. This is where we get cozy and we react to stuff. So there's this app called Episode where you like simulate chatting conversations. So you go through episodes of a story and you you get like a set of choices where you pick what you want your character to do, and that influences the story to go a certain way. Campus something. Right? Campus crush! Campus crush! Whoa, those faces are... What are these faces? Welcome to Lockwood University, the oldest and most esteemed college in the state. Neat. But first things first, what's your name? They actually have Amanda here. Can't even create my own? I was hoping to create like a fun name. Boring. Wendy Wu, Homecoming Warrior. Hello, this is me. OMG. I can hardly believe it. It's finally my first day at college.
Hey, how you doing, little mama?
Hello. Wow, I'm so excited for... Oh wow, our first set of options. New friends, smart professors, skipping class, or hotties. Hotties just sounds funny. Okay, we're gonna go with hotties. Hey, you are not one of them. That's mean. You're totally hot. Whoa, the students here sure are cute, stylish, super awkward, stuck up. Let's go stylish. These students are cool. Enough distractions. I have to find 345 Van Brunt Hall. All right, we are going. This is a code. Am I in the Matrix? What's happening? Okay, let's see. As I hold this paper with my cryptid fingers. Hey, can I help you? I'd take help from you anytime. Oh, it even actually says it. I'm looking for... No response? Are you Wendy? Are you Wendy? Okay, I guess that's his name now. I'm Hayes. I'm the RA for this floor. So I know all about this. I know about all this new students. I'm here to help everybody. I'm here to help everybody adjust to the dorm. Also, he is sleeping on this conversation. I don't blame you. This is kind of boring. And learn. Don't cool dad finger point me. The rules. So you're like a cop. You must not have many friends. Let's go sassy. Why not? Hayes did not like that. Hayes will remember that. Oh, I will too, in my nightmares. That came out way wrong. You think? It's okay. I'm just a regular student. Oh man, this became so uncomfortable. Phew, that's good because I was worried about my meth lab. Let's go flirty again. Let's see if it lands this time. It better. You are super cute. Oh. Oh, it just got way weirder. I don't see how anyone could consider a hottie like you regular. Ha! Well, aren't you the forward one? We did it! So proud of you, Wendy. So, Wendy, what's your major? That's a good question. You could do health, make her like a nurse chick, or law, be super serious. Okay, let's go law. Hayes will remember you said that. Oh, am I gonna choose wrong and die at some point? What is this, until dawn? Cool, I better go find my room. Okay. What, do you have fleas? What, are you trying to wipe off your embarrassment? Too late, you can't. Your knees up, carry. Why are you still doing it? What's happening? Why are you still going? Okay, now that snapped you out of your stupor. Look at quit. No. Completing find room. Why? What's happening here? I'm frightened. Starting?
Meet roommate.
Hello. I remember her. I forget her name. That's the thing, because I've played this before. I've at least got...
Hi!
You must be Wendy. Okay, let's get the important stuff out of the way. Do you have a boyfriend? No. Very to the point. We have to go out tonight. Are you joining a sorority? It's kind of weird, but I actually need to join a sorority. That's ominous. Before you can finish your sentence, someone barges into your room. Heyo, surprise! Oh, jeez. Angie's mad. Miss me already, babe? No, that's already the voice for Hayes. Miss me already, babe? Barf. Justin, I'm not your babe. I was done with that in high school. I'd rather die than spend another Friday night watching you and your gross friends try and fail to be Tony Hawk in some back alley. Go off, sis. You didn't complain last spring when it was just ew. Justin, that was 3 months ago. This is now. I sure would hope so, unless we are still in the Matrix. Otherwise, time means nothing. We're all just specks of dust floating in the wind, trying to find meaning in this empty space we call existence. Anyway, we aren't an us anymore. Sweetie, you don't mean that. You're just angry. I can forgive you this time, babe. What am I doing with my life? No, you pouty lip. Go. I know you can't have a body like this. Go. In fact, I can. You douche nozzle. This is getting awkward. Should I say something? Yeah, we're bold, remember? Step in, step in. Whoa, she's really stepping in. Hey, she told you to leave. Getting super animated here, like a high school play. He's gonna kill me. And you're getting in our lover's spat because this is my room. That's my roommate. Now get out before I get really mad. That's something you don't want to see. You got him, Wendy. Go on, go film your little skate videos.
You Tony Hawk wannabe.
You got him, Wendy. Disappeared. I'm so totally sorry about that high school boyfriend, you know? Oh, I know. Screw him anyway. Thanks for stepping in like that. You're like the best roommate ever! No, believe me, I've got my problems. For one, I constantly get so embarrassed in conversations I have to close my eyes and rub my body in hopes that it's a dream that I'll wake up from. I got a total free ride scholarship to Lockwood. What?
Nice!
Yeah, but I don't have a clue who it's from. That's a little concerning. Might want to look into that. I don't even know his or her. Oh, the way Angie's looking at her like, it's me. I guaranteed you'd be here, so we'd be roommates. Really? That's like pretty weird. And there was a condition that I have to join a sorority. What are you going to do about the sororities? I mean, the whole idea is we have to join one. So I'll try to join one. Huzzah. And you're not curious about who this mysterious person is? Not even gonna do a second take on that. Just we're gonna roll with that. Of course I'm curious, but one thing at a time. First, we have to go out and meet some guys. And let's get you into a sorority. There's actually a Greek mixer at the student union right now. You can meet all the sisters. We are totally going. Let's go. Dressed like that? Yeah. What's wrong with the way I'm dressed? Yeah. Oh, nothing. It's just kind of...
High school?
Yeah, I don't really have a ton of nice clothes. Well, for now, you can totally borrow my clothes. Seriously? Seriously? Completing. Meet. Roommate. She hears it like it's Siri, but Siri doesn't exist in this world, so they're just like... Who said that? Who said that?
Starting. Pick outfit.
Oh, we got hip, classy, and smart. We got hip. Hip, hip, hip. Let's try classy. Wow, you look like you're ready for a debutante ball. Try something else. We gotta try the third one. Smart. Whoa, Einstein, you're like total nerd hot. I feel like we should go with the smart look, you know? Like we're trying to be smart here. We're going into law, man. We're gonna keep it. We're gonna go smart. Completing. Pick outfit. There she is again. The mysterious entity. Uh-oh. She's like foaming at the mouth. Hardy's at 3 o'clock. Oh, and 7 o'clock. All the clock. She actually said it. All of the clocks, actually. Ha. Huh. Come on, Wendy. Just give her a little more than that. Oh, those girls must be the sororities. Oh, Angie. Back up a little.
Hey, how you doing, little mama? Let me whisper in your ear.
I'm just really whispering in Angie's ear. Wendy is the mysterious entity. She doesn't know how to be human. That's why we keep seeing those things pop up on screen. It's her. We shouldn't trust her. Should I just walk up to them? How do I be human? Anyway, I'm gonna go get us some dates for tonight. Ha, okay. Good luck. I'm telling you, she's the one not to be trusted. She's the reason we keep experiencing the Matrix weirdness. I know she's me, but I don't trust her. All right, let's do... Oh, no, here she goes again. Oh, no. Hello. Prissy. What, are you about to go to your wedding in the Bahamas? Hi, can I help you? Yes, is this where I find out about the sororities? This is Ada. Cool. I'm Wendy. So what's Ada like? No offense, but you don't really look like an Ada girl. I don't want to be, like, at all. Jeez, I get it. What do we want to go with? You can't judge a book by its cover, or sorry to bother you? No, we're not backing down. You can't judge a book by its cover. Wow, that point. Can't judge a book by its cover. Maybe it'll turn out to be a fixer-upper. Thanks. And we're having an event tomorrow night. I guess maybe we'd let you come check it out. Gee, thanks. As you look around, you see a girl dressed more like you. I'm a sister at Oopsie Beta. Oopsie. Like I said, Oopsie is an academic sorority. Oh, perfect. We also focus on service and, of course, fun. But first, I want to ask you, why do you want to join a sorority? Let's go with the middle. I want cool friends to study with. The most human answer. Here, take our information packet. Give it a read. We're having trivia night tomorrow to get to know people. Oh, wasn't there a third one? Whatever, I guess you only meet 2. Hey girl, I met a new friend. Hi, I'm Kyle.
Hi, I'm Paul.
Whoa, he's like the handsomest guy ever. Totally into Angie, invading my girl time. I think we're probably good on girl time, so we're gonna go with the top 2. What shall we do? The handsomest guy ever. Oh no, I'm being awkwardly silent. No, I've forgotten how to be human. Must recalibrate. Do you have a name? Oh, no. I mean, yes. Wendy. No, I am nameless. I'm not of this world. We've been forward thus far. Let's just be forward some more. You are handsome. You're just really handsome. Oh no. Oh no. Sorry. I'm sorry. No, please. Thanks for the compliment. Oh, no problem. Anyway, Kyle is a brother. Those words. Yeah, I mean, I do other stuff too. Just so offended. I'm sure you do. So condescending. What the heck, Angie? I'm a business major, so pretty busy. Do you see his eyes? Oh, that's horrifying. I thought it was makeup for a second, but those are his eyeballs seeping through his eyelids. And she tells me you might be joining sororities? Yeah, we are. I just don't know which one. Oh, well, you got the whole week to choose. At the end of the week, you gotta pick 2, because then they compete over you. So love triangle. I'm guessing you're used to people competing over you. Especially if you go around telling everyone they're handsome. Kyle's sister sorority is Ada. Yeah, I totally already have their info packet. I totally already have their info packet. They're really nice girls. Well, most of them anyway. I was about to... Why are you looking at me, Kyle? Just then, you look over. You see Hayes, your RA, hanging out nearby. Hey, who's that? You're completely pointing at me. Who's that guy? Oh, that's our RA. Oh, weird. He's probably afraid we're gonna bring you home, Kyle. Kyle's still looking at me. I'm scared. Help me. Oh man, I know that guy. Total freak. Really? He seems so nice. Yeah, well, trust me, you should stay away from him. I don't know how he ever passed the RA background checks. Jeez, ask Kyle about it. I'm not gonna ask Kyle. Hayden seems nice. I'm not gonna throw him under the bus like that. He just looks shy to me. Yeah. But yeah, actually I have to run. Swim practice. But it was like super great to meet you. Likewise, bro. You got his number? Well, yeah, duh. You saw how hot he was. I think he might have been a little into you, though. Really? No. Yeah, honestly, their chemistry was as palpable as a cardboard box. Call it a feeling. Wow, that was so fun. I've got friends already and prospects for the future. I think it's going to be a great year, which means this is not going to be a great year. Hey, look, you got a note. As you read the note, a wave of fear creeps over you. Ugh, what does it say? I know who you really are. An android! You reach the end of chapter 1. Learning to be human. Alright, I like this first sentence. It says, hey, PocoMuses, apologize. We're off to a great start. Apologies in advance for this being somewhat long. Oh, don't worry, my dear. You never have to apologize. The more, the merrier. More tea for us to enjoy. This could be also considered an insane mother-in-law story because it involves my brother and his wife. Oh, joy! For some context, my brother, 26 male, married his wife, 26 female, back in 2020. Oh, 2020. And are in Taiwan for overseas training at the time of this story. It is summer 2022. The scene is set. My brother and sister-in-law are in dire need of a vacation, and so am I. So I coordinate my vacation plans to line up with my brother and sister-in-law so we can all be back with family at the same time. My brother and sister-in-law plan to return for about 2 weeks, where they will spend the first week with sister-in-law's family, and then I can fly over for the remaining week, and we all go back to my family for the remainder of brother and sister-in-law's stay. This works for the best because it gives time for brother and sister-in-law to visit sister-in-law's family, who are in the same city as the airport, which makes it very convenient to pick me up when I arrive, and then we can drive down together to my family so we can all spend the rest of the vacation with my family. Should all work out, right? I have a bad feeling it won't. Oh, I didn't read the words, but my eyes like skimmed down and I saw all the words in caps, so you know it's about to get spicy. I smell an argument coming on. Ye old sniffers picking it up. I'm like a bloodhound for tea. A few days before I leave for my segment of the vacation, my brother and sister-in-law are already back in the US at this point. I get a call from my mother. Mother was unhappy that brother and sister-in-law had decided to spend some time with sister-in-law's family. I ask, why? Why would you not want your new family member to spend time with her family too? She wanted them to spend more time with her and is also upset that brother won't ditch his wife. Why would he ditch his wife? For you? For ye? So he and my mother can spend some time together without wife involved. I mean, wanting one-on-one time is not a problem. But why frame it as, I want you to ditch your wife? Mother, why? Do you just hate my wife? Yeah, again, it's not bad to want one-on-one time. That's fine. But it matters how you frame, how you bring it up that you want one-on-one time with someone. She apparently tried to convince brother and sister-in-law to visit her sooner, but was unsuccessful, so she hatched a grand plan. Oh no, she's plotting. To trick them into coming down sooner and had called me to complain about my... Like, huh? You legitimately tried to be a Scooby-Doo villain? To complain about how my brother and sister-in-law reacted to the whole situation. I wonder why they weren't on board. Below is the story of the call. Since brother and sister-in-law were flying from overseas, they are given checked bags for free. That's nice. Both brother and sister-in-law are traveling light, so they have a plenty of room in the checked bags for anything we want them to bring back. None of us needs/wants anything specific, so instead one of my mom's friends takes the offer. There are pre-packaged cakes that she wants delivered, so my brother and sister-in-law pack what sounds like an entire suitcase full of these cakes. That sounds terrifying. You'd have to like specifically tell them to like take care of this. They have to like leave it horizontal, the holy grail of cake, to make sure. And you know, airport people, they're just chucking those things. Those cakes must be smushed. Smushed? Smushed? They must be smushed. Like, man, I would be anxiety ridden if I had to pack a suitcase of cakes and just hope and pray that they wouldn't come out smushed on the other side. Imagine one of the cakes is for like a little kid's birthday party. They open it up and they're like, oh no. Or at the very least, they're like all smeared because like all that shaking around would make it all weird. Imagine if that's the first time you reveal, that's the first time anyone sees the cake since getting back from the trip. So everyone opens it and the kid's just sitting there like,
is it supposed to look like that?
You're sweating bullets and you're like, oh yeah. No, it's supposed to look like that. It's fine. Anyway, where was I? Squirrel brain in action, everybody. Brother and sister-in-law plan to meet whoever wants the cakes at the airport, but my mom somehow convinces them to drive all the way to her hometown to deliver the cakes personally. My brother and sister-in-law fight this because it's a whole hour-and-a-half drive one way. Oh. Eventually cave and deliver the cakes in person, like the sweet humans they seem to be. The person they are delivering to is the daughter of my mom's friend, and my mom tells me that she was hoping this woman and my brother would elope. Huh? The daughter of my mom's friend. Wait. The brother that is married currently? Mother, do you understand how marriage works? Like, if someone is having a polyamorous relationship and it's consensual, that is another story. That's fine. That ain't what this is. So is this part of the plot? She did this whole... she crafted this whole cake delivery service to elope her friend's daughter with her already married son. Was she hoping this was gonna be like a Hallmark movie where he sees her and he's like, oh, how I don't want to be with my current wife anymore. How could I when this beautiful other woman is standing in front of me? Like, I'm sure she's beautiful. I'm sure she's lovely, but like, what in the... Who in their right mind would go like, oh, he'll just leave his wife? Like, wow, she really hates his wife, doesn't she? Because previously in the story, she was like adamant on ditching his wife so he can spend time with her. And he literally wants to set him up with someone else, her friend's daughter. That's not how it works. Sounds like the worst Hallmark movie. A mother gets her son to leave his current wife for the girl that she wants him to marry. That is the worst plot ever. Best part is, none of us have even met this person. What? My mother was very disappointed that nothing happened between my brother and this complete stranger. Well, duh! He's already married, and he's never met this person. She legitimately wanted to be a love at first sight.
I have a question. That was horrible.
You know what we say? That is wench behavior, my dude. And eventually asks my opinion on this whole story, to which I have no response except to say, no shite, my brother didn't react. You're setting up a married man with a complete stranger. What the heck do you expect? Don't you know she's in a Hallmark movie and this is the true love of his life? It's the love story that she oh so desperately wants for her son. Woman, no! Please stop projecting your own wants onto me and get your own life. Fast forward again to near the end of my own stay. Brother and sister-in-law are back overseas. My mom's friend, the mother of the person my brother delivered the cakes to, I just got an image of, so they're delivering the cakes. So the mother's like having him hold the cake as they come up to the door. Without him knowing, the cake says, "Will you marry me?" Both the moms are plotting to get them together. She's having her son hold the cake and he's like, weird, but okay. Without knowing, it says, "Will you marry me?" somehow. And as he's walking up to the door, he's holding this cake. The other mom is getting ready for the daughter to answer the door, and the mom is holding a sign saying, "Welcome, new daughter-in-law." I know this isn't what happens, but this is squirrel brain at work. This is what I picture. In their attempt to get them together, son's holding this cake, and the daughter answers, and it's just this whole like, this ain't Downton Abbey. Stop setting people up. Stop setting complete strangers up to one that's already married. How did this not go into their skulls that, oh, maybe this wouldn't work because he's already happily married? The audacity! Get it? Audacity? Because this tea is whack. Anyway, squirrel brain scenario complete. My mom's friend, the mother of the person my brother delivered the cakes to, wants to spend some time with me. And you're like, oh, not me. Don't worry. They have their own set of cakes for you to be proposed to. Prepare yourself. On the drive to this friend's home, my mom asked me to please don't embarrass me. Funny you say that, Mom. And I can't imagine how I would even manage that. Turns out my mother never once mentioned that my brother was married to anyone involved in the whole fiasco. Yeah, because if she mentioned that, no one would be on board. I wonder why. This lady really, she has the audacious gumption. She has some guts, man. To do something that makes no sense. Again, other than being in her own Hallmark movie. So by bringing up my brother's marital status, it would uncover the fact that she had tried setting up her friend's daughter with a married man. Girl, nah. I tell my mother plain that if it comes up, I am not going to pretend my brother isn't married. Did she ask you that? Also, back to the what the heck do you expect? I would love to know what her response was. I would love to know the inner workings of this woman's mind if she really thought that her scheme would work. And that the only person she has to blame in all this is herself. Thank you for being honest with your mother. Sometimes to be kind, you have to be honest. So that was the kindest thing you could do for her. Luckily, it does not come up in the conversation, but I'd be lying if I said that part of me didn't wish that it had. Oh, and I asked my brother and sister-in-law about all of this. Neither of them knew about any of this. No! The scheming! To my brother and sister-in-law, all they were doing was being nice and dropping off some cakes to my mom's friend. Good glory, dude. I can't. The scheming. What a story. Thank you for that submission. That was incredible. The audacity of this woman. Some people just really think they can just do things. without consequences. This story comes from Rose, and the title of the story is My Wedding Planner Walked Out on Our Rehearsal Dinner. Splendid. Gotta love when someone you paid to do their job just goes, nah, I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm gonna tell you about the time my wedding planner walked out on our rehearsal dinner, which she was supposed to direct. Go on. The wedding party had arrived early. This was their first time seeing the venue, but I had been there a few days before. It was this beautiful outdoor space with a large bamboo plants shading the entire spot, a view of the water and boats just sailing in the distance. It was gorgeous. And she poked her head in and went, "Hey, I'm leaving. Good luck." You're like, "What? But I paid you. Come back here. Come back here, you little weasel." A little background before I continue. One of my bridesmaids and my maid of honor were both from out of town. I hadn't seen them in years, and they were both like sisters to me. I'm standing under the bamboo with the two girls from out of town, just gushing about how excited I am, how perfect this area is, how I'm so happy to see them after so long. My wedding planner shows up. A few minutes late, no biggie. She walks over to where we are, says nothing. Just, "Hey, how's it going?" Is she okay? Just staring into your soul. I tried to not blink. It didn't work out. She gives me a small hug and, okay, so some contact, and just continues to stand there with a smile on her face while we continue to gush at each other. Okay. Like, do you think you're at a zoo or something? Observing the bride and her bridesmaids? The bridal party in their natural habitat. She still says nothing. Absolutely nothing? I fear what her thoughts are. Then just turns around and walks away. Maybe she was just a robot this whole time and she just malfunctioned and just had to leave. Just 3PO went wrong. Yes, I would love to help you with your wedding. It only costs your immortal soul. Bride's like, what? You're like, nothing. Let's continue. You're like, this is what I get for finding a wedding planner on Craigslist. I didn't think anything of it until my dad. I didn't think anything of it until my dad walked over and says, planner name just left, and she's upset. I have questions. She didn't come back. I don't need sleep. I need answers. My dad ended up having to direct the rehearsal dinner. He did an amazing job, and he was used to directing people this way, thankfully, even though the person I literally paid just left after she was standing there smiling. Like, if something was going on in her, like, personal life or something, valid, but, like, maybe say something before you just leave? I'm believing my theory even more that she's just a robot and she just malfunctioned. She ended up apologizing to me at the wedding for walking out, but it's still a little odd to me. Just a little. I'm curious if she told you the reason for it. Was she, like, mad at you or something? So many. Just what? What happened here? Because, again, let's posit that she had something like sudden happen in her personal life. You communicate, madam. You cannot just provide a service and then just not provide the service anymore. Like, you have a job to do. Do the job, please. That's very odd. I'm glad it worked out. That's so weird. I'm just gonna go with my conspiracy. Don't mind me, you're gonna find Amanda in the corner somewhere. Like, she was a robot! You're like, Amanda, you've been here for 3 days. Can you eat something? So thank you, Rose. That was fun. I need some joy today, so we're gonna laugh. The try not to variety. Greetings, re-travelers, fellow gremlins, to a try not to laugh. This is just the kind of day where I need reasons to smile. You know? So we're gonna do try not to laugh with funny animals. Just cute little animal videos. I am very excited to have some light in my soul today. Grab your cozies and snackies, if you dare. Don't choke. Especially if you're trying this with me. And let's head on into it. This baby croc did a mini death roll. Gotta love those things. It's cute now. It's terrifying later. Hello. That was so cute! Especially at that one point where it was just kind of twitching. Wait, does it count if I giggle a little after it's played? Shh. This is Bro is my spirit animal. What is happening here? No joy, no joy, no joy. No, not again. I can't do it again. Oh, that was good. I can't tell if that was someone doing that in the moment or if that was like post-editing. It sounded like it was in the moment. A comedic genius you are, sir. Yeah, that's the thing. This stuff is all it takes to make Amanda laugh. Amanda has a very dumb sense of humor. Our husky jumped on the chance to steal the baby basket. Yes! If it fits, I sits. Ah yes, the universal animal rule. Cutie!
He's happy.
Start screaming, "Feed me, mother!" When your landlord comes for a visit and you're not allowed pets. And then the caption is, "How many did you see?" What? Oh. Their faces. Hi! Oh! Wait, how many was that? Okay. They all explode. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's so many dogs. I was not expecting the first explosion. Right when it started, and I saw, what was it? I saw this one's eyes. This one's side eye. Don't look at me like that, sir. That is called yoga. What are you doing? Stare into my soul, why don't you? Like how he's just sitting there. I love those pictures of cats where it's like they're just sitting like a human. It's like, stop that. What human possessed you? This is who scared who? A mystery. Let's find out. I'm like shaking, trying to contain the laughter. I love the shaky paw. I feel like photos are more dangerous because you can't even like, there's no pausing, there's nothing. It's just it. And the longer you look at it, the more it makes you want to laugh. But I shan't. You shall not break me, head wig. Oh no, this might be it for me. No, we're not manifesting that. We're gonna manifest getting through this entire minute.
NANI?!
Can I speak to your manager? The slow turn. Help me! Where did you get that wig? Is it from like a doll? It even looks like Hedwig, just with a wig. Oh no! The wig! I like how they're like, where'd my wig go? No! Oh, that was so good. Oh, those first couple of times. I feel like the longer it went, the more like I was able to handle it, but those first couple of times are just the slow turn. This should cheer you up. Give it to me. The seal passing by. Oh, I think it was a seal anyway. That did cheer me up. Oh, the first bit with their little feet. I love the way birds walk. Pandas might get me. Pandas are always just like, what's going on in that head of yours? Real panda tosses around fake panda. Oh my. I'm guessing they know that's fake. Oh my gosh. The barbarity. Barbarity? Is that the word? The Barbara.
NANI?
That one friend who does the most stupidest things. The most stupidest. Ah, yes. They just walk away. Taken care of. Oh, what a nice friend. Getting a buff off of his back. This just says squeaker or skeeker. Skeeker! Why is this making me laugh so much? Why this one? Why? Why is it you? I'm always betrayed by the most just simple one. Greetings, weary travelers and fellow story gremlins, to the Reaction Sleepover. This is the series we get cozy and we react to stuff. It's hot, like my rage. I am what I like to call lutealing. And what better way to channel that rage than read stories of people being entitled meatwads? Meatwads? I don't know where that came from. New insult unlocked, I guess. Feel like I was going for jerkwad and then meat just came out. Ugh. Don't be a meatwad. Although aren't we all ready for just electrical currents in a meat sack? You're welcome for that understanding of the human body. Anyway, this video is kind of fun because we have one story where someone's being a jerkwad, meatwad, naughty meatwad, and then one wholesome story. We got a yin and yang because balance is key. All right, meatwads, let's go. Just this title alone. A chaotic wedding at the gun range. And it has the flare disaster, so we're in for a treat. Obligatory. Not my story, but my dad's story. Oh, I thought you were saying like it's obligatory to tell this story, which, I mean, I'm on board with it being an obligatory storytelling session. When my dad was a child in the early 1970s, he was invited to a wedding for a distant relative of his. Let's call her Debbie. Little Debbie. Don't cross Little Debbie or she'll get her little shooty. Debbie's family didn't have a lot of money, so my grandparents were instructed to provide the catering. Instructed. Okay. I know it was probably nicer than it sounds, which is like, you will make the food. While my dad's family was wealthier than Debbie's family, they were also not rolling in cash at the time, and they also had no idea how to contact any catering so far away, so they decided to order a dozen or so pizzas. They had to send pigeons to Domino's. Imagine the pigeon carrying the pizza back. That'd be a sight to behold. Storks bring babies, pigeons bring pizzas. The wedding was in rural Michigan. Rural. I hate that word. I hate saying that word. 3 hours away from where my dad lived, so they had a long drive with the 2 young children to the wedding venue, which was at a gun range. Great mix. 3 hours isn't too bad, but that would be a long time for kids. I will never forget driving to, I think, Disneyland? For the longest time, I thought it was Disney World because the drive felt that long. But like, it felt like it took a week. Yes, a real gun range, with people shooting while the ceremony was going on. How romantic. Do you take this man? I know that they probably mean, like, unrelated people, like, at the gun range, but I just love to picture while the wedding is going on, the guests are just like, whoa! Oh, they can barely get 2 words in without someone getting excited. Joke's on you, we're playing Russian roulette. My dad recalls him, his sister, and his cousins running around picking up gun casings like Easter eggs. I mean, that would be pretty fun. Happy Easter! The reception begins and the alcohol is abundant. I like your style of writing. The first thing on the docket is speeches. The first speech was from Debbie's stepmom, who we'll call Mary. Mary and Debbie were not on the best terms, and Mary was also an alcoholic. This leads to the bride and her mother getting into an all-out fist fight. Oh, wow. Yeah, that is unfortunate, mixing alcohol with an alcoholic. Never fun. This is why sometimes dry weddings can be a good idea. After bride and strep-mother, she's like the tooth fairy of strep throat. Fairy strep mother. While Mary Godmother gets to work with Cinderella, this lady just has to go around giving everyone strep throat all the time. She really pulled the short straw at fairy school. After bride and stepmother tend to their wounds, dinner is served. What a sight to behold. My grandpa goes to get the pizza. Oh, I forgot it was pizza. My dad goes to help him. When they return, the guests are in a frenzy like piranhas when they see blood. Oh, what? What? It turned into a bar fight? Oh, the pizza. I thought they just started fighting for no reason. They rushed towards my dad/grandpa and even knocked my dad down to get a slice. Wow, there is enough to go around, my goodness. Keep in mind that my dad is elementary school age. No! Not knocking down the child. It's pizza. You'll get a slice. Maybe they're just trying to get their food ready so that they can watch another fistfight go down. You need your snacks after all. Leave the child alone. After this, my no-nonsense Italian grandma has had enough of this shiatsu show and drags her kids out. Smart. My grandma then attempts to find some sort of lodging as just somewhere in the woods. Just cowering in the cabin in the woods, trying to shelter yourself from the shotgun slaps and munching of pizza. As she and Grandpa have to stay at the wedding for whatever reason, they're trapped. But the only hotel that isn't bug-infested is a fancy lakeside one. It's literally like a cabin. I wasn't even that far off. My grandma begrudgingly forks over the money on a fork. On the bright side, my dad remembers the night as awesome because he got to hang out in a fancy hotel without parental supervision. There's a bright side to everything, I guess. Wow. What an ordeal. I mean, that checks out. When you're a child, you tend to remember things. I mean, not even remember things, but when you do, it's usually with that, childlike wonder. That was fascinating. I'd like to think that even as all that was going down, the shots in the distance were still happening. When they start hurling, like, insults at each other, you just hear the gunshot in the distance, like, ooh, burn. I expected great things from this title, and I was not disappointed. It's funny how I was prepared to just start raging, and honestly, it just made me laugh the whole time. Which maybe I needed to. Now for the sappy. How I Caught a Fiancé. My wife, girlfriend at the time, really loves Pokemon. I love where this is going already. It was a secret joy of hers at the time. She stupidly thought she was too old to enjoy it. Never! Never too old to enjoy nerdy things. That's how you cultivate your inner child. Never be ashamed of that. We play D&D all the time. Like, it's fine. Embrace your wonderful nerdy selves. And had a huge collection of Pokemon-related stuff that she kept hidden. Let's keep it secret. It's safe. Lord of the Rings reference quota of the day. She showed it to me only because she didn't want to keep secrets from me. Even though she was scared I'd make fun of her or think less of her. I'm gonna start crying. She was scared I'd make fun of her or think less of her for it. When in reality, you probably love her more for it. You poor sweetheart. Like the fact that it was like, oh, I just don't want to keep secrets from you. Oh, wholesome bean. After she told me, I did get it all out and put it up in our flat so she could enjoy it, but that's a different story. Like, did you frame them and stuff? Oh, that would be so cute. I managed to get a hold of a love ball from Pokemon. A special ball that works best on a wild Pokemon of the opposite gender to the one you're battling with. And cut out some styrofoam to fit in the bottom half, then covered the visible part in velvet and made a small slot for her ring. I couldn't afford the ring she deserved, and I didn't think I would ever be able to, but I did get her a ring that had colored glass set in the shape of a love ball. Like, the ring itself is shaped like a Pokemon ball! Oh, that's so cute. My engagement ring was in the shape of it was a guitar string that was the band. I love that ring so much. I'm getting her a proper one for our 10th anniversary. Gives me time to save up for it. Just seeing the little bit of how sweet you both probably are, she probably would have been happy with a ring pop. I got this idea from a post I'd seen somewhere, I can't remember where now, and added a custom Pokemon card I had a friend who's really good at Photoshop make for me. Oh, cute! With a picture of her favorite Pokemon, shiny Gardevoir? Sounds like a French Pokemon. And a Pokemon that reminded her of me, Charizard, softly holding each other's faces and looking into each other's eyes with little love hearts floating between them. Goodbye! I must go cry. It was meant to look like one of the rare ones, I think GX or EX, I'm not certain to be honest. With the title I Choose You on top. Even had custom attacks added that said Charizard's eternal love and devotion and Goddess Gardevoir instead of love ball. I don't know if that's how you're supposed to say it. I proposed out of nowhere. Surprise! While she was still laying in bed, half asleep. I said something like I'd get her something, left and came back wearing a hat similar to Ash's original one from the anime, making enough noise to alert her and get her attention. You're like, caca! You just start playing the theme song from your phone. She saw me standing there bright red in the face, holding a love ball and looked so adorably confused. I felt so nervous and so very embarrassed about what I was about to do, but I did it for her. I turned my hat backwards, pulled the serious face as best as I could, and threw the Pokeball at her. Shouting, "Love ball, go!" She laughed and picked it up, asking me what I was doing. I just stared at her intently, holding my fist at head. holding my fist at head. I don't know if that's a typo or if it's just a head. As if watching the ball roll. Oh, like when you're trying to catch one. Got it. She opened it and screamed, staring at it for what felt like forever. She started crying very quickly, though, and took the card out and kept looking at it. She cried so much. And then it was as if something clicked, and she put the ring on and made the bing sound as if I actually caught her. She made the sound. Oh, you're made for each other. It's warm. It's warm in the apartment, but this is also like so cute that it's just making me warm. Like you're making me blush. I could have had it on dark mode this whole time. Oh, that's so annoying. I shouted, yes, I caught a fiance. Making me blush, man. This is so cute. Then got promptly kissed to death by my new fiance. 6 years later, she still has the card, pride of place in our collection, and still loves telling people how I proposed to her. I'm so glad I came across your story because this was a joy to read. I love it when nerds fall in love. This is by Just Rose is Fine. Hi, Just Rose is Fine. The title is Alien Spotlights in the Dead of Night. Ooh! Please, take me from my dying planet. I want to cannonball into a black hole. My family would regularly stay at my grandparents' place growing up. Oh, it's always the grandparents' place, isn't it? They live in the countryside, near a lot of cornfields and farms. Again, of course, children of the corn out here. Their house is surrounded by woods, and beyond the woods, behind the house, is a wide open field of crops the neighbors maintain. No surprise there would be some I'm being possessed. Goodbye. No surprise there would be some extraterrestrial shenanigans at some point, right? That's such a good phrase. Extraterrestrial shenanigans. Shenich. I was about to say it 10 times fast. I can't even say it once. My brother and I had to share the bunk beds for our stay. I was on the bottom bunk with a full view of the window that faced the front yard. My grandparents' window blinds suck and don't close all the way, and they don't have any curtains, so I could fully see outside the whole night. And it could fully see you. My brother and I were up late joking and talking when we first saw this bright light outside. Grandpa, why are you on the tractor again? Go to bed. He's like, it's farming time. It moved across the front yard and flashed into our window for a split second. Ooh. At first we thought it could just be a flashlight, so we got up to look out the window to see if we could maybe spot the neighbors that live across the street. Because that would totally be less weird than aliens. Your neighbor just taking a stroll, flashing their flashlight into your window. Totally. Oh, you know, country living. The source of the light was coming from up high. Jesus? Shining a spotlight down and lighting up the whole yard. And this light was bright. It lit up the entire yard, and their front yard is huge. My bro and I began to assume it was a drone. At the time, drones were starting to become very popular. They were all over TV commercials and on everyone's holiday wish list. So why not assume that's all it was? We looked up to where the source of light was to see if we could spot it. But as soon as we laid our eyes on it, it quite literally zipped away. Oh! And the way it moved was too fast and dynamic for a drone. And drones are known for making some kind of buzzing noises when they fly. This thing was silent. Ew! Ew! I like how that's my response to spooky things. It's just, ew! It flew straight upwards towards the sky then, faster than anything I'd seen. Dashed sideways, the beam of light still shining down the whole time. In the blink of an eye, it was gone. I feel like I don't snap good. ASMR. POV, you're at poetry night. I still feel uneasy thinking about it. What was it searching for? You! Those stories are fascinating. Anytime you hear anything about, like, especially the cornfields, you see the... What are they called? They're called, those patterns you see in the fields? What are those called? I cannot remember. The aliens got to me. They're sucking memory from my brain. Yeah, like those designs or just like other things like that. Ugh, it's so fascinating. This is The Legend of Limbo Jimbo. I'm so intrigued. I've been out of high school for over a decade and people still talk about the legend of Limbo Jimbo. This just feels like living like Larry. The vibes I'm getting, this is... Jimbo was living like Larry, 100%. So I figured I'd share it where I know it'll be appreciated. At the time of the story, I, 18 at the time, was a senior, and my brother Jimbo, 16 at the time, was a sophomore. My brother has always had a unique sense of style, and to this day consistently rocks a brand of sweatpants overalls called Swoveralls. He's He's wearing sweats and then overalls? Is he not hot? But then would you even see the overalls? Those are just for him. Those are secret. And he let you in on the secret. Ooh, the council. The fellowship of the sweatpants. I make so many Lord of the Rings jokes. Back in high school, his favorite look was to have one long sweatshirt string and one short one. Oh, he's one of those. No! I always hated seeing those. If I ever saw that, I'd always fix it. Not everyone. I wasn't that socially apt. I only did it with people I was comfortable with. Could you imagine though? Anytime I see someone with that, just in the hallway, I just go, thunk. I do it so fast they don't even see. I am short enough that I could get away with it. Just go, yes, sound effect and all. They just hear that and they don't see anything. They look around, I'm already gone. Wow, how pointless. I have the power of pickpocketing. Pickpocketing? Is that the word? Pickpocket? Yes. I have that power and I just use it to fix people's strings. Anyway, sheesh. Sometimes in the hallway, one of his friends would grab the long sweatshirt string and they would play limbo with people going to class. How long is this string? Just keeps going and going. And then when you get to the end of one string, another one is tied at the other end and they just keep pulling and pulling. He's like, what? I gotta be ready for playing more limbo with more people. Jimbo's prepared. Students and teachers loved it and they still managed to get to class before the bell. One day the principal, who was in her first year as principal and on a power trip, great, walked up to them and told them to go to her office. Once there, she told them that they were in trouble for bullying. Wait, your brother? What? Allegedly made 2 students cry, blocking the hallway, and otherwise being delinquent. They explained that even teachers participated, and if anyone asked them to move, they would have done so happily. Like, where are you getting your information from, madam? She didn't care and gave each of them a week of detention? For playing limbo? Here comes the revenge. Someone made a group on Facebook, Free Limbo Jimbo. Free. See, I read that at first like, oh, free limbo, as if it's some exclusive thing you have to usually pay to get into. But no, free limbo Jimbo. Free him! From the Facebook group, which garnered nearly 200 members in less than 12 hours, a plan emerged. Dude, what a well-loved guy. Everyone's like, this is our one joy in the passing the hallways to go to class. This is our one thing we can enjoy before walking to our doom. Just let us have this. The following morning, everyone was to gather outside the school for one thing. The one thing that could bring it all together. A limbo protest. Never would I have thought I would see limbo and protest together in a sentence. We stood outside for all of homeroom and first period. Posters were decorated, shirts were made, students chanted, "Free Limbo Jimbo! Free Limbo Jimbo!" I love these people. This is community. Could you imagine? He's like in detention. He just looks out the window. He starts beaming because he sees how much people love him. Ah, I love that for him. When the second period bell rang, we took to action. A large speaker played the limbo song and is nearly... Is that the one where it's like dun 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 dun? That song haunts that principal's dreams to this day. There's nearly 200 students limboed into our school one by one. Our principal was furious. She tried to take down names for detention, but there were too many of us. Like, you can't do it to us all. This is such an amazing story. When the last bell rang that day, my brother, myself, and about 20 other students walked into the detention room to pay our debt to society. The detention supervisor took one look at us all and said, "I marked you as attended. If you run, you might still catch the bus." Even the detention person, even the detention supervisor was like, you know what? I respect you all. Get going. You are amazing. And there you have it. Today I dug out my old limbo shirt and happily wore it to commemorate the greatest protest in all Northwestern New Jersey. Regional high school history. Finn. I love this story so much. Bro, one of the greatest stories I've ever read. Send my best to Limbo Jimbo. He seems awesome. I love it when people come together for the most dumb things. What an amazing story of community. I hope he was immortalized in the yearbook. I hope. Thank you so much for letting me read that. That is, I think, probably one of my favorite stories to date now. This is, they invited my daughter to be a flower girl, but I was not invited. Interesting. Have I been eating crazy cakes? I am every day of my life. I wonder what flavor a crazy cake would be. Just really weird flavors. Am I off base? I really need to know. Becky is someone I have known for many years. We are in the same social circle, more like friends of friends, but we are not super close. It's really more like acquaintance I run into from time to time. I do see them and hang out with them at gatherings, probably 3 to 4 times per year. I don't know why I just looked at you then. Pay attention. Look at me. but I've never been to their house nor them to mine. We are NPCs to each other. I wonder how NPC moments I have. You ever wonder about that? Just when you're out in public, you're an NPC in someone else's story. I'm a single parent to an 11-year-old girl, and I received a call from Becky, who has never called me in her life before this. Never? Oh. I mean, I guess that kind of makes sense with acquaintances, but that would be kind of funny. Her name flashes on the screen, you're like, what is this? Witchery? Witchery? Witchcraft? All the above. I realize I'm still holding my cup. I might put it down. Beep beep. The utter panic that you feel, just like every other time that you get a phone call that you're not expecting. Asking if my daughter would do the honor of being a flower girl because there are no other young kids in her family. Yeah, if that's specifically what you're wanting. It's just your uncle being the flower person. Welcome everybody! Cracking jokes as he's throwing the petals. Flower uncle. Side note, my daughter who would eat that up. She'd love to be a flower girl. I asked for the wedding date and where it was, and she told me that it was at a winery in the middle of nowhere. Odd to specifically say it's in the middle of nowhere. It's fine. Oh yeah, and you're not? Okay, yeah, hold on. Hold on. I know there's more to read, but yeah, even thinking about just that, it's at a wedding in the middle of nowhere, and these are acquaintances, but you are not invited to look after your child in the middle of nowhere, in a room full of strangers. I don't know if I'd be a fan of that either. Let's go on. Almost 2 hours driving from where we live. But she also said that it's an extremely intimate wedding for family and a few... Let me finish the sentence first. Hold off, squirrels. Hold off! And a few very close friends, and unfortunately there wouldn't be room for me at either the ceremony or reception. I'm sure you can understand. I understand that you're out of your mind. Yeah, that feels really, right off the bat, that feels strange. I mean, like I was saying a minute ago, like, hold on. This is in the middle of nowhere, and I'm not invited to look after my child in a room full of people I don't know. Not accusing of anything, but like, any parent who wants to look after their child would feel uncomfortable by that. I would feel uncomfortable by that. I don't want to drop off my kid in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, I would feel uncomfortable with that. And that's point one. Point B, this is an intimate wedding, family and a few close friends, but then there's just this random girl that you don't really know? Come on, just get Uncle Jared to do it. Or maybe someone has a baby, that could be cute. Someone holds the baby as they throw petals down or something. Because like traditionally, yeah, I mean, I can understand wanting to have someone who's typically around that age range to be the like flower girl or whatnot, but all the context together so far, it's very odd to be like, I want your daughter, but not you. Weird. I told her I'd have to look into it and call her back because, honestly, I was too stunned to reply. The woman was too stunned to speak. Listen, I have zero problems not being invited to anyone's wedding. You do you and your day. No problem. But let me get this straight. Becky wants me to spend the time, money, on getting a flower girl dress and shoes, drive my kid 2 hours away to a winery, this is a winery, in the middle of nowhere, and drop her off unsupervised with a bunch of adults that I don't know. And I should do what? Wait in the car? Wait down the road? Wait in the bathroom? Yes, hide in there. When the bride inevitably has to go to the bathroom and deal with all that nonsense, you pop out of the stall like, boo! Like some little toilet gremlin. You can't contain me! Wait in the kitchen with the caterers? LOL. No, I agree. I would feel very uncomfortable with that. There isn't even a cafe within a 30-minute drive. Yeah, because like, you know, no one wants anything to happen. But what if something happens and you're not there? That poor thing would feel so scared, I feel like. Depending on how, like, shy she is. I mean, some kids are very friendly, but that doesn't mean that you should just leave them in a group of strangers when you're not allowed to be in the vicinity. Am I off base thinking this is just totally bonkers? Not really. I really don't think so. And then, this is an update. So, this text message string is from a few months ago, and I'm just getting around to sending it. So I tried to take the high road with a polite, we're unavailable, and got hit back with, just say you don't wanna or you're a brokey. I'm gonna... Let me just get back to you. By the way, this is a stress toy fridge. It's gotten me through some tough moments. Like right now. The audacity to receive a polite no and then just assume that they're just broke. And even if they don't want to, brain is breaking as we speak. This is an acquaintance. To have the audacity to go, like, to be offended by someone saying no when they're not even really that close with you. I assume you said that this is just an acquaintance. Or just be like, oh, just tell me you're broke. Like, hey, ma'am, I'm allowed to say no. That is so rude. There is no need. That is unfortunate when people, like, are truly not expecting people to say no and then they throw a fit about it. Like, people can say no, especially if they really have little to no obligation to cater to your demands. From the context, this person does not need to feel obligated to say yes. Or even go into detail. No is a full answer. No is a full answer. Yeah, if someone says no, don't, especially very reasonably, there's no need. This is not the only person available for tossing flowers on the ground. Into the naughty corner you go. No ice cream for you. That is so unnecessary. I have to confess that the 2 glasses of Cabernet Dragon woke up inside me and I kind of went off on a rant. Was it my finest moment? Absolutely not. Did I say F right off near the end? Yep, that was me. It's like that whole story time of, yep, that's me. And I blamed the wine. And the effing audacity of, well, all of it. On the plus side, she never applied and it has been months, so I assume the role of unpaid child actor went to central casting and this episode is closed. Unpaid child actor. It's not even that far off. It would be an unpaid child actor. That child would straight up be like, I don't know you! And then we actually have some screenshots of that interaction. Our storyteller says, unfortunately, we are unavailable at that time. Sending warm wishes that your wedding is everything you've dreamed of and wish... I can read, I promise. And wish you both the best in your new life together. Congratulations. Heart, bride, ring. For real? Oh boy. You're busy over a year from now? Just say you don't want to do it or are a brokey. LOL. Literally word for word. Ha ha ha. Also, people plan things years in advance that are not wedding related. Weddings are not the only thing that people plan. Just take the no. You're not entitled. Period. I was trying to do something nice and include your kid in my day, and you can't even be honest. So rude. Goodbye, soul. I didn't need you anyway. IDK, why you're acting like this. I don't know why you're acting like this. This is goblin behavior. Desist. Oh my goodness, this is a wall of text. And as our storyteller says, not their proudest moment. And I respect that, like reflecting on it, be like, you know, that probably was unnecessary. Was it cathartic? Probably. But you know, sometimes it happens. Sometimes we just lose our cool, especially if we are trying to do better from that point on. All you can do is accept that it happened and try to do better. So our storyteller responded with, come again? WTF. I tried to take the high road, but you had to push it. So let's get this straight. You asked me to dress up my 11-year-old child, spend time and money to drive her 2 hours away to a remote winery, and hand her off like a meatloaf, unsupervised, to a group of adults she doesn't know, just so she can perform in your ceremony while I check notes. Wait alone outside like the hired help. Let's call it what it is. What you are asking for is a prop, a glorified Insta accessory, not a guest, not an actual human being. Ooh. I mean, here's the thing. Could it have been said in the more taking the high road way? Absolutely, that's always true. But like, given all the context, isn't that kind of what she's asking for? Not even asking, demanding? Ma'am. I declined politely and you accuse me of being rude. WTF. What's rude is treating my kid like a decorative accessory, an effing prop, and if that's not bad enough right there, but then you add acting entitled to her presence without extending even the most basic respect to her parent. The fact that you don't even see a problem with this is exactly why the answer is no. That sentence in itself, I think, is perfectly reasonable. Like, that is quite rude. Because it is one thing to ask, but it's another thing to then throw a fit if someone says no. Even if this person was close to that bride, they are still within their right to say no. And the respectful thing is to respect that. There is a reason why sometimes people will show true colors, or at the very least, very, very poor behavior around events like weddings or stuff like that. Seriously, WTF are you thinking? You are completely delusional. Delusional. Please stop texting because you can F right off. I won't change my mind. Now, like they said, that was pretty intense. And, you know, as far as they are expressing, like, they are trying to take accountability for that, and they're like, yeah, that was a little too far. And I think it's also true that, like, this is your child. Like, the mama bear was coming out. I understand that. Like, there is room for both, I think. I'm a big believer in that. Like, nuance is difficult, but I think important, because I generally agree. Like, if someone's being rude to you, do your best to not escalate it. But again, sometimes you just lose your cool, especially if it's, you know, involving your child that you are protective over. I also understand that. Both are true. We just do our best. Holy halibut! Yeah, no. Even if going off on her was a little unnecessary, that's a matter of opinion, I think. The feeling itself of being like, heck no! Completely valid. I would say, yeah, no. Especially if a person is then losing their mind at you saying no. If someone is really that offended by a very reasonable no, probably worth revisiting the relationship with said person. Big stinky. Go stand in the corner. Do not pass go. You do not get my $200. Use your own money to buy your hand towels and spoons. I do not believe you ate crazy cakes. I believe she did. Let's decide together what the crazy cakes flavor would be. Let me know in the comments. But yeah, I respect that. Like, it sounds like this person really tries to be self-aware and own up to not very proud moments. But also, hey, protect your child. Absolutely agree with that. There's no way I'd send my kid to basically a stranger's wedding by themselves. No! And then thankfully, we can balance the goblin behavior with cozy gremlin behavior, because thankfully in this world both exists. And this one is got to be a fairy godmother. That is so cute. My goddaughter is getting married. My husband and I are very close to her. We bought her wedding dress and this weekend went with her for the alterations. My husband has a great eye for shape, details, etc. And our goddaughter has a hard time communicating what she wants, so he's great at understanding what she's trying to say. That must have been very helpful. Fashionable fairy godparents, the best kind. I sew and speak sewing language. Sewing language, that's great. So I was there for that part. Our goddaughter is tall, thin, and really gorgeous, and every sample size fits her perfectly. The alterations ladies had different suggestions from what she was thinking, but nope, she has a vision. She got the details just how she wanted and was super thrilled. Yay! That is lovely. I'm glad that was fairly streamlined. I went to a wedding recently where the bride, she tried on the dress she wore and she was like, this one. And I was like, that is so cool. I'm so jealous, but also that is so cool. Be able to just have the clear vision for what you want, because honestly I wasn't sure what I wanted, other than, I don't know, I went for really like the princessy vibes, because it's like, well, this is the time I'm gonna feel the most princessy of my life. So yeah, and what I got ended up being like that, so that was really nice. And our wedding was very space themed, so I got to be space princess. Lumpy space princess. And then she showed us her planned reception dress, a simple slip dress. Her bridesmaids are wearing the same color, and it's an evening wedding, so many people also wear the same. We had her try on several other styles, colors, etc. At the last minute, I grabbed a few short white dresses from the sale rack. Well, it turns out they were juniors, so the sizing was way off from what she was looking for. The correct size was so short she wouldn't come out of the dressing room. She's like, please, no. Gotta love that when you're trying on things and you're like, definitely not. I had her try on one that I thought would need loads of alterations, but it fit perfectly. Added some other personal touches, and I've never seen her so happy. Anyway, she now has her 2 white wedding dresses, and she is thrilled, and we are thrilled. It was a really nice special moment, and we were happy to buy her a more appropriate reception dress. The big kicker? The dress was $30 because it was on sale. So nice. The alterations? Ha ha ha! This person deserves to be an honorary gremlin. More than twice the cost of the dress, and it kills me because I probably could have done it for about $3. But she's happy, so I'm happy. Aw, that's so cute. I'm glad that all worked out. Well, it sounds like she was intending on going with a different color for the reception dress, which I don't know how common that is to like go with a different color than white. I mean, anytime I see like a black wedding dress, for example, or just, I don't know, not completely white, they're so pretty. So I'm sure that people do other colors than white for their reception dress. It's either way. It kind of depends on the person what's more appropriate, but it sounds like she's happy, so that's cool. Yay! We love happy stories. In fact, I'm probably gonna make a compilation of like happy wedding stories because dang flabbit, we need positivity. This is by Courtney R at Electra Prime on YouTube. YouTube, buddy! Go give her some love. It's titled Reception Music Hell. Yay. A forewarning, I will be keeping some things vague for privacy and respect. Totally fair, my dude. Hi, my name is Courtney. I am a 26-year-old woman, though I still feel very young. Honestly. Yeah, I'm almost 25, and it does not feel like it. My height certainly doesn't reflect that. And I've never attended a wedding before. When I was little, I used to really want to be a flower girl and had the opportunity when I was about 12, but that family lived too far away, so I wasn't able to. Just out of reach. Fast forward to 2022, one of my cousins is getting married. She called to ask if I'd be a bridesmaid, and I immediately said yes. Yes. You sneak in with flower petals and you just toss them on the ground like, yes, my time has come. Like, everyone's like, how did those get there? No reason. They appeared. I'm secretly a magician. Poof. And you just disappear. I was never here. I've been an illusion this whole time. Got the dress and shoes before the date, which was in the summer or fall. I think it was July. Mine was in July. No, mine was in June. I'm dumb. This meant a lot to me though, because this is the first wedding I've attended and I'm not watching. I'm actually part of the ensemble. It wasn't too big a wedding and the bridesmaid was my other cousin, who was the bride's younger sister. I don't remember in full detail, but for some reason the bride's so-called friends couldn't make it to be part of the group, so it was just me and my cousin up there on her side. It was a beautiful wedding. Their song was I Get to Love You by Ruel, and it was very fitting given all she'd been through to find Mr. Right. That's cute. Sadly, however, that wouldn't be the thing I remembered most about the wedding. Because you can't get through a wedding without some emotional scarring. If the wedding gods find someone who does get through one unscathed, they smite them. 'Tis thy punishment for evading my will. No, that would be the reception. The food is really good and I had a few sangrias alongside dinner. I also got confused by the butter molded to look like a little flower. I thought it was a plate decoration for a good minute. So it was butter molded to look like a flower? Is it like whittling? Does one whittle butter? Imagine how slimy that would get. I kind of hate how butter feels on my hands. That would be my purgatory. Just fill a room with butter and force me to touch it all. Which is funny, that term, smooth like butter. But actual butter is so slimy. I hate like residue on my hands. I like to imagine you just looking at it like, what is that? You're just holding the plate up to your face, staring at it. People are giving you a weird look, but you're like, I don't care, I must figure out what this is. And then poof, it disappears. No, it turns into a real flower. After eating, it started, the music. Now to preface this, the bride had a list compiled for the reception music, getting suggestions from myself, my mom, her mom, and her younger sister. So we did that together months in advance and we were confident about it. We'd made sure to keep it PG since there were kids and some stingy older people in attendance. So, heavy metal. Yes. How dope would that be though? Just straight up play heavy metal at a wedding. I'm sure people have done that before. People who are really into that genre. That would be awesome. To my dismay and horror, though I start hearing music you might hear your grandparents listening to on a radio. I cannot remember all the songs, but one will forever be burned into my brain. Cotton Eye Joe. No, not Cotton Eye Joe. The amount of times I heard that song in dances I went to. It is a curse upon the land. That's the sound your sleep paralysis demon makes when it comes. It just sings out on full blast as you're stuck, unable to move. No, make it stop. Now that would be my purgatory. Room full of butter, blasting Cotton Eye Joe. Who in the hell chooses such a song for a wedding reception? You know, someone might. You know, it's one of those songs where like, it's dumb to play it, but like, everyone uses it. It's like, the Cupid Shuffle. The Cupid Shuffle YMCA, you know, all those dumb classic ones. Come to find out, we later learned that the bride's father, who was a huge a-hole, had gotten rid of the collectively made list and was just blasting these oldies tunes? Fam, you do not do that. Why? Why? That is an a-hole move to do. Why would you? Especially all that time you guys put in to make that playlist. So rude. Poof, I make you disappear. He wakes up in like Alaska, like, how did I get here? He has nothing but a cell phone. It rings. He answers.
That's what you get, you fiend.
How did I get here?
Don't ask questions.
Now his purgatory is he can never stop dancing to Cotton Eye Joe. There were only a couple decent songs to dance to, and I was downing sangrias as I listened and watched the symphony of disjointed music and people trying to dance to it. Ugh, what a mess. It all just starts melding together. It's Cotton Eye Joe, YMCA, Cupid Shuffle. People are so confused, don't know what to dance to. And honestly, of all of those, YMCA is the most acceptable in my mind. One of the most acceptable ones come on, and you're like, yes! Compared to Cotton Eye Joe. So yeah, my first and only wedding I ever attended will forever be haunted by that Cotton Eye Joe tune. Have fun with your sleep paralysis, demon. Thanks for reading, hope you're well. Thanks, I hope you're well too. I hope you can sleep at night. Why would you delete, like, the list that they worked hard on to then just play music that, like, you know would be annoying? Like, if you're gonna do that kind of prank, like, just add the song in. Don't delete the entire playlist. My guy, no. Thank you, Courtney. That was very fun. As always, my imagination runs stupidly wild. So a while ago, I had a very silly idea to make a very silly TikTok sound. And here it is.
So this is love. No, this is Patrick.
You like it? It's wonderful. This is prime TikTok real estate. And a lot of people agreed because this stupid thing got 1 million views. The TikTok gods have smiled upon me. It deemed me worthy to go kinda viral. And there are over 3,000 videos of people using my silly little sound. I'm honored, frankly. Because people are hilarious. So we're gonna sit back, relax, and watch a bunch of funny TikToks of people using this sound. I'm really excited for this. Once I saw that it was doing well and more people were making this, I was like, I have to make this a video. So here we are. Even someone verified made one. I'm basically royalty. Or maybe the court jester. I would be fine with that. That would definitely be my position if I was born in medieval times. So without further ado, grab your cozies and snackies, and let's head on into it. This one's flirting, question mark? When they try flirting, but it doesn't get past the tism filter.
So this is love. No, this is Patrick.
That's cute. That's so real though. You're like, I didn't even realize you're flirting. I love the animation. That was so cute. That's something I want to do in like more storytelling kind of videos. Like it'll be kind of half my face, half animated face. I'm not much of an artist, but I feel like when it comes to storytelling, I can do some stick figures. I can do some silly little drawings.
So this is love. No, this is Patrick.
Oh my gosh, that reminds me. So when my husband first asked me out, I was internally freaking out of joy, obviously. But I remember when I was trying to play it cool, right? Apparently I played it too cool because he was like, you know this is a date, right? And I was just there like, oh my gosh, he asked me out, I can't wait. Ah! And he's just there like, she knows it's a date, right? I mean, I asked her out. This is a date, right? Oh, is this a date? Oh, when he told me that, I just felt so bad because I was trying to like, I was trying to contain my joy so I didn't freak him out. Like, don't worry, I was very excited. You ever experienced something like that where you played it too cool? All right, what's this one?
So this is love. No, this is Patrick.
Ah, I've made it onto Book Talk. Yeah, you read things about like that's so romantic. They'd do anything for them. But then when you really sit back and wonder the implications of that, you're like, is there something else going on here? I don't know if you'd want someone to kill for you. That'd be a little much. All right, we're gonna watch the verified one because that makes me feel so special.
So So this is love. No, this is Patrick.
I made this sound not expecting it to get on any particular side of TikTok. I was kind of like, oh, like I'll see how it goes, you know, if it does well, which it did. Apparently it's gone to the neurodivergent side, which I love, honestly. I love that people have taken to it so much.
So this is love. No, this is Patrick.
The way she started crying at the end. Oh my gosh. When I was younger, I used to be so like that. Like I was so awkward with babies. Like, what do I do with this lump of blubber?
So this is love. No, this is Patrick.
For real though. Especially when it's just like that straight line. It's like, really? This spells love to you? That's what most people do whenever you like smile to someone in public. I love how many like pregnancy ones. It's the neurodivergence and the pregnant.
So this is love. No, this is Patrick.
Yeah, I can't wait for that. And y'all know how small I am. For those of you who don't, I'm 4'9". When I get pregnant, I'm gonna just be a bowling ball. I'm going to be so round. Everyone at the grocery store is in my way. Watch out, you're gonna be a bunch of bowling pins pretty soon. Ooh, a Ren Fair one. It's so pretty. Oh, the recovery. Anyone else needs 7 to 10 business days to recover. Literally. Anytime I go anywhere, I need at least 1 to 3. Thank you very much. Ducks!
So this is love. No, this is Patrick.
Ducks are so fun, man. I love them. I love how they come waddling up to her like, hello, mother. Aww.
So this is love. No, this is Patrick.
Literally Patrick! That was so good. Oh, I didn't know what I was expecting. I knew it was gonna be like some silly photo, because I mean, of course it was, but like actually Patrick, you win so far, Erica. Good job.
So this is love. No, this is Patrick.
First of all, you are gorgeous. Second of all, that was great. My humor is so dumb. Like every time I'm editing, like I love seeing my face in some dumb distortion. It like legitimately will pick me up if I'm like having a rough time or a rough day or something. It's so easy to make me laugh. Stupidly easy. These are so fun. I love people, dude. Hello. Aww.
So this is love. No, this is Patrick.
Wait, is his name actually Patrick? Oh, that's great. Penelope and Patrick. You guys ever seen one in real life? I never have. It'd be so cool. Customer service problems. We have to watch that.
So this is love. No, this is Patrick.
No. Oh, no. Oh, that's so uncomfortable. Someone thinking you're being nice, that you're flirting with them. Sir, no. How often does that happen? Like, this is, like she said, this is literally their job. I'm just doing my job. Please back up a moment. You're not in a rom-com right now. Please desist and walk away. Oh, hey, there's me. Yeah, by the way, wanna go follow me on TikTok? It's a very relevant plug. Oh, I've seen this one before. This one's so fun.
My pizza roll be looking like the stepsister who's trying to fit in the Cinderella slipper.
Oh, that's so good. The first time I saw that, I was laughing so hard. It really does. Just...
So this is love. No, this is Patrick.
That's so good. Literally, that's so real. I get such a tunnel vision when I become, like, if I'm trying to find something on the internet, I will take forever to find it. Like, I will find it. Like, if it's, you know, those like really obscure memes and you're like, I know I saw it and I know I could find it, so I'm going to. Do not understand how dedicated I will be, because I am stubborn. And then on to the next thing.
So this is love. No, this is Patrick.
So real. Ugh, can you imagine how many photos you're in the background of? Some people find that like a cool thing. I find that as a horrifying thing. Can you imagine what I must have been doing in the background? Probably making a face like this. And now that's immortalized in someone's memories forever.
So this is love. No, this is Patrick.
I feel that though. I'm always like, my resting face always looks mad to people. Like, hang on, let me get into it. Do I look mad? I probably do. Like this comment, I have resting sad face, so everyone asks if I'm okay. Literally same. If I'm ever like just resting or if I'm focused on something, people always think I look mad. But 90% of the time, if you like get my attention, I'll probably start smiling and be happy.
So this
Ooh.
is love. No, this is Patrick.
That is so freaking cool. What the heck? It's sourdough? No way, look at this thing. Dude. Jen? Nice. This deserves way more views and stuff. Go give her some love. Like if you put that in front of me, I would be so afraid of eating it because it would be too perfect. I'd almost want to eat around it so I could keep the face. Immortalize it in a jar. People come over like, what is that? Like, isn't it beautiful?
It is my Patrick bread.
So this is love. No, this is Patrick.
Cows got loose? Is that what that said? Oh no. That would actually be terrifying though. Especially if they come running at you. Imagine that's the last thing you saw, just a herd of cows coming at you. They're like, say goodbye. What is this?
So this is love. No, this is Patrick.
Look at him. Oh. Lil Sad. Oh my gosh. Lil Sad makes my depression a little bit more tolerable. You know what? Whatever works, man. I love him. Bonus round. I made another one too.
So this is love.
I had to. Alright, let's see what these are.
So this is love.
Life is good when you can serve and laugh. Oh, this is someone's like reaction.
So this is love.
I got you. Oh, that's so good. Imagine that. You're expecting, you get little. Imagine if that happened in the movie. The ultimate crossover. They're dancing, and she's saying, so this is love. Patrick comes running in, little. I'm the wingman. Oh man, this is gonna be me.
So this is love.
This conspiracy theories about myself. Oh, what a way to describe that. Social anxiety? Just anxiety in general. It's conspiracy theories about me. Whoa, that looks so cool.
So this is love.
Oh, no. Oh my gosh. Oh, the during and then the after. Oh, that'd be so much to wash off. Oh, those were all so fun. Yeah, I just wanted to sit down and like watch a bunch of TikToks of people using that sound because people are fun. People make fun stuff. I didn't know what to expect in terms of what people would make with it, but I am so like, it's just so fun to watch these. But yeah, that's about it. I hope you're doing well, but if not, I hope this video has brightened your day at least a little bit. Hope you enjoyed these TikToks as much as I did and my silly little sound. I appreciate if you go follow me on TikTok. You can if you want. Link in description. That was super fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next video. Bye! This is Unbelievable Camp Legend. Are you breaking the cardinal rule? The sacred bond of bandos? In revealing that one time at band camp? Blaspheme! I have a very uncommon name for my age. I'm named after my grandmother's, so while my name isn't odd, it's definitely associated with old ladies. My last name is also uncommon but familiar. Think along the lines of Agatha Frances Burr. Honestly, Agatha's kind of a nice name though. I feel like there's a lot of older names that are actually like, oh, that's kind of cool, you know? Although, isn't it so weird? Like, older person name or just like a grown-up name. And you're so used to seeing it on an adult or an older person. So when like someone names their child that name and you see this baby, this child that has a grown-up name, you're like, no. There are no Frank or Sharon babies. They just come into existence. They are fully grown adults that burst from the ground. I don't make the rules. In high school, when I was ready to get my first driver's license in Massachusetts, I was denied. Denied? They said I had the lost privilege because I was truant in Tennessee. I had never lived in Tennessee. What do you mean? That's not me. I am from the South, but never Tennessee. My mom made some phone calls and we learned that there is another Agatha Francis Burr with my exact same birthday? No way. That is both cool, but also really freaky. What are the chances? Chances of that gotta be so low. You guys meet up and it's like, we duel at dawn, you imposter. To the death. There can only be one. At the time, my mom giving a physical description over the phone to the DMV in Tennessee was enough. Imagine if that wasn't enough.
Prove it.
They say the same thing. There can only be one. It's a conspiracy. They cloned her so that they could deny her a driver's license. Just for that purpose. That's it. They have access to cloning technology and all they want to do is mess with some kid. Thankfully, she and I have very different features. They even added a special note to my official file to prevent future confusions. All according to plan. Fast forward several years to when I was chaperoning a group of 12 to 14-year-old boys on a trip to Quebec? That's how you say it, right? This is before passports were required to enter Canada. That's so weird. That's kind of like how security wasn't always a thing at the airport. That's right. It wasn't always a thing. You could just go in. That's so crazy. So I only had my driver's license, this one from Texas. At the border crossing, the officials asked us to park and have all the adults enter the guard building to check in while the kids waited in the vans. In the vans? That doesn't seem safe. I guess there would be guards around. The kids are like, see ya, suckers. All according to plan. The paperwork went smoothly until they got to me. What has your clone done now? They paused and asked if I had a passport. I told them I did, but not with me. They frowned and looked back at their computer. I quickly figured out it was because of the other Agatha Francis Burr. She's like in prison for grand larceny. I'd had to prove I wasn't her a few times since the initial incident. I suggested a physical description because that usually worked, but the guard said that wouldn't do because people lie. It's Mission Impossible. She's wearing a mask. They made phone calls in the back room and tried other ideas. A social security card? A different ID? Nope. I had nothing but my license. Oh, that's the worst. Oh, dude, so embarrassing. Okay, so we went and visited my family, right? And we wanted to go onto the military base to go swim because, you know, it's the thing we always did. And I was like, oh, I don't need my ID because, like, in the past, you're able to just go through with a sponsor, which in this case was my mom because, you know, she's married to my dad. He's retired, all that. So I was like, I'll be fine. Then we get there, and it was 100% ID checks. It was so embarrassing because literally everyone else had their ID and I did not. And I even had a chance. We were at like a roundabout where I was like, what if I do need my ID? We had a chance to go back and we didn't. The guy was really nice. And I think part of this was probably because it was busy. So he just wanted us to go through. But like he was really nice. He really didn't have to do this, but he let us through. I sat sheepishly in the car just like, I'm so sorry. I don't have it. The one time, every other time I have my ID on me because you never know. The one time I did not have it on me. So embarrassing. Anyway. Meanwhile, the other chaperones had no idea what to make of this. I was the only female on the trip, and since I was quiet, most of the guys had made the mistaken assumption that I was shy and sheltered. Think again, bucko! So every time the guards disappeared into the back room, then reappeared with another question, it got harder and harder to hold back their laughter. They found it even more unbelievable that I knew what was happening. After a frighteningly long time, they asked if I had any tattoos, and if I got them in prison. I did not, and they had me pull up my sleeves so they could verify my shoulders are clean. Relieved, one of the guards told me I should never get a tattoo. Okay. Oh, I thought it was the guards laughing. It was the other chaperones. I see. You're like, I've been through this before. Turns into a noir, as the whiskey and cigarette in hand. I've been through this before. There was a time where I was mistaken for another. You wouldn't believe how long it would take them to be convinced that I was not this person. But still, I stuck up for myself anyway. Because I knew I couldn't be stopped. I don't even know what I'm saying. Finished off with a piece of unsolicited advice. Also, relieved? Why were they so relieved that it wasn't you? What has the other Agatha done? I have so many questions. The chaperones laughed about that the rest of the week. They and the kids told everyone about it once we returned to the camp. A friend told me they went to a camp reunion 10 or so years later, and the story of Agatha needing to show her shoulders in order to get into Canada was still being told. I mean, it's kind of a ridiculous story. I love that you've run into two different situations where you were confused by this person. The second seemed to be much more dramatic. To this day, I have no idea what the other Agatha Frances Burr had been up to. And I'm quite scared to know. I'm both very curious and very frightened. Because if the guard was like relieved that it wasn't you, what has she done? And why does it involve Canada? Grand larceny and then tried to escape. That's my headcanon. I remember it so distinctly. It was this gray creature with the light behind it, like a lizard man. Oh, not the lizard man! With big eyes and a weird expression. This says, I submitted 2 gay for the wedding. You are a legend. That story was a doozy. So I guess I should have a fake name like NB. Sounds good to me. LOL. Hello, NB. Welcome back to the Story Gremlin's Cave of Cozy. You are now one with PocoMuses lore, as is anyone who has submitted a story here. The title is Nap Time is Actually Terrifying. I see. I'm guessing this is a story about either preschool or kindergarten, and yes, children are in fact very haunted. So this is more on the paranormal side, just for funsies. I actually have a song named Funsies. Did you know I made music? I really don't talk about it that much, and I really should. You know how in school there's nap time, and like back in my day when when I was 5, we had cots and stuff. You had cots? How fancy. I had just mats on the ground. I think I remember peeing one time during nap time. Do you guys hear that bird? It's sitting right outside. Hi. There's 2. They're flirting. No, yeah, that's so fancy. I just slept on the ground. On like a yoga mat, basically. I never understood it because I could never sleep during school. Why set up all this just for us to lay staring at the ceiling? Again, children are very haunted. Imagine if you walked in and that's all you saw. Just no one sleeping. Everyone's just staring at the ceiling, silent. I would run for my life. Trust nothing. I just wait for the teacher to tell us to wake up while lost in thought. One time I was laying there as a 5-year-old and I remember chewing on one of those candy bracelets, like under the blankets. Must keep it secret. Keep it safe. For real though, when you're that young, kids are trying to grab at your stuff. You have to keep it secret, otherwise they will get it. Honestly, that's always true. Just if you're around other children and you have a thing and they want it, they will stop at nothing to take it from you. Literally a horror movie. Dark room, children staring up at the ceiling doing nothing, and then others munching under their blankets like little gremlins. And there's lights outside of it. I look out and just see this really bright light. Save me from this nightmare. As you're walking towards the light, the teacher punts you out of the way. If anyone's gonna escape, it's gonna be me. It scared me, but I just figured maybe the overheads were on and I wasn't used to it. So I just waited under the covers, trying not to eat the candy bracelet. Don't make any noise. Thinking I'm in trouble or something. Fast forward a week or so. My parents take us out of school for a business trip. My dad did sales, so he stayed in hotels a lot and ended up missing a lot of school. I forgot about almost getting in trouble and just enjoyed the free chocolate muffins at the Holiday Inn we stayed at. Just desperate to forget the nightmare, trying to drown your sorrows in chocolate. Yes, this is the way. We swam, waited for my dad, and all 5 members of my family went to sleep in the hotel room with one bed. So I was on the floor in one of those cots. Not the cots again. I remember falling asleep, which I usually did with my head under the covers, and waking up because of a bright light. It's back! You are literally haunted. I peek from under the covers and it's the same light. No way. It followed you. I can't blame it. You go on vacation? They're like, I want to join. I want to get away from the rest of these nightmare kids too. Coming in through the hotel window, which had the curtains fully shut. I was the oldest kid, so I put on my brave face since these aren't my fellow students, these are my baby siblings. Yes, protective mode is officially on. You're like, these aren't randos, these are my people. I love that though. You're sitting there in your like daycare and you're like, you can take them, just leave me alone. And I fully look out from under the covers. I swear to God, there was a whole alien standing above me. Ew! Ew! I remember it so distinctly. Gross! It was this gray creature with the light behind it, like a lizard man. Oh, not the lizard man! With big eyes and a weird expression. It looked right at me and I stared back in absolute horror. I wonder if you were having a, like, sleep paralysis moment. Giving me all the heebie-jeebies. I still remember being just frozen in fear, like I'm dreaming. I must be. This isn't real. The thing started leaning towards me. Gah! personal space, sir, and like lifted its hands towards my face. And I finally screamed. Like, I really screamed. Alerted hotel staff and everything. Ooh. His hand just reaching out and you're like, hey, did no one teach you consent? As soon as I did, my parents shot out of bed and the light almost sucked itself out of the room. Oh my gosh. Everything I had seen was like vacuumed out with the light. My parents comforted me and I couldn't explain what I saw. I just remember I literally pissed myself from fear. I was 5, lol. What else are you gonna do? I forgot you were 5 years old. I was really embarrassed I let a nightmare scare me so bad. Oh, I'm glad your parents weren't like, they were just like, hey, like, it's okay. I mean, they were probably frustrated, of course, especially like alerting hotel staff and everything. But like, at the same time though, if a kid is really that freaked out, just like comfort them. Priorities. Comfort child first. Now that I'm older, I've seen those documentaries on people who claim they've been abducted. Maybe it's all fake, but they describe the same sensations I felt, the same light. Oh, you almost got. Honestly, when it comes to abduction, I don't know. Maybe it is real. Honestly, when it comes to life outside of us, I feel like it's possible. Do you know how many galaxies there are? And you're telling me that we're the only ones where we have a habitable planet? I don't know, man. For me, that's like, no way. There's gotta be others. Literally countless galaxies. There's gotta be more. So with that said, maybe. Nah, you just witnessed a Pokemon. That's why it was like a vacuum-like retreat. Someone was calling them back. That's what was really happening. Someone was trying to capture you as a new Pokemon. And ever since then, and to this very day, I refuse to take naps. That's kind of sad, because I love naps. And I never sleep soundly anywhere new. Honestly, that's fair. I had insomnia most of my life because I was afraid of having more nightmares. I ended up a huge stoner as an adult to counteract all of that, and I still don't take naps or smoke in unfamiliar places. Fair. Luckily, it's legal where I live, and I have a psychiatrist now who helps with insomnia, but I still feel way too crazy to tell anyone that I was almost abducted as a kid, and that most of my insomnia explained right there. That makes sense. Just like, how do you even explain that? Because, you know, for the most part, we want to be like, no, like, that's not real, but like, how do we know? Especially with how many people have those experiences. Maybe we are just like Pokemon to other beings. That's why they're trying to capture us. They want to collect all the humans. They capture me like, I got a short one. Or it's like fishing, you know? Catch and release. I wonder if it was real. Did the aliens get me at the hotel because I never fell asleep at school? They were like, this is a smart one. I know it sounds absolutely nuts, but I just had to share. I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did. No, this is what I'm looking for. I want crazy stories. Now this makes me want to ask, does anyone else have like spooky stories? Now I want to know. Again, submit them anywhere. Also, BTW, the other story I submitted about my ex-friend, I was shaking when I first watched the video of you reading it. I was really nervous I was in the wrong, and you made me feel heard and seen and just took a huge weight off my shoulders. I'm so glad. No, how? You really thought you were in the wrong there? You deserve to feel seen and heard. You are so loved here. I'm kind of blown away that you really thought you were in the wrong because all you did was correct them. In fact, I think you handled it very maturely. Dude, the fact that you were legitimately nervous that you were in the wrong just really tells me a lot about your character, because even reading that story, like, your crime was correcting your pronouns. And then your ex-friend just took so much offense from that, when that did not have to be a big deal. And especially they ghosted you, right? Like, they kicked you from the group chat and all of that. Like, you did nothing wrong. And honestly, their loss, because you seem like a great person. You are very loved and very welcome here. I hope the story is funny and not too scary for everyone. Definitely kind of spooky, but I don't know, I like those kinds of stories. I actually made a video reading 2 Sentence Horror Stories. If you haven't watched that, I would recommend checking that out, because that video was really fun. I mean, kids dream wild stuff, and I haven't seen Aliens since, yet at least. Then we got another from Season Sector. This is, it's my last year here, and I can fail you all if I want to. What a great example. Hello again. So I can tell you're probably wondering, but yes, this is an actual quote. So, oh wow. Okay, that's wonderful. This is an actual quote that was said in school in 2015. In the beginning of the 2nd semester, and this was for A's, the class was called Financial Literacy. Don't ask me why it was called that, but it was. So let me start with the beginning of the school year. It was early August 2014. We had just gotten our schedules for senior year, and for the last class was financial literacy. School time skip. To the end of the day, and the teacher introduces himself and basically goes, here's the syllabus. I don't think we ever followed it. nice. Now that I'm looking back on it. But anyway, so far, first quarter was fairly good. But then second quarter was basically the small snowball of the mountain. Oh, the ones you get arrested for? The second quarter was basically the small snowball in the mountain because he really didn't go over lessons for the first semester. And like a few weeks before we graduated in May, he would just put up the formula on the board and hand us a worksheet. So a lot, if not all of us in his last class really questioned his teaching methods. And so beginning of second semester, a student went to the higher ups and made a complaint about how he teaches, or lack thereof. And so the higher ups relayed the info back to him, and like the next day he went, so I got a complaint that students were questioning how I teach. Remember how I said it was a snowball in a mountain? Well, that snowball managed to shapeshift into a Chernobyl. And he looks directly at the singular student and says, would anyone in particular like to fess up? Oh my gosh! She looks at him and says, what are you saying? Go on, spit it out. The gusto on her. If that happened to me, I would just start crying. I don't remember the rest of the words, but the teacher then yells, it's my last year here, I can fail you all if I want to. How mature! What a great example to set to your students. That is so dumb. Just the most... if you have that kind of attitude, don't be a teacher. Just go do something else. I mean, maybe he realized that, because it sounds like he went and did something else. Unless he taught somewhere else. But he doesn't strike me as someone who is suited to be a teacher to young children. My penny of thought. And normally we as a class are calm and chill, but this, with his frustration and ours combined, it felt like it made the room warm. Like we were all sweating type of warm. You're all just literally sweating. Just literally a Western showdown happening. Sweat included. And then after that, it kind of went back to normal-ish. Do you mean like for the rest of that day? Just had the awkward silence. He's just drenched with sweat, breathing heavily, and then just... back to the Pythagorean theorem. How do you just continue from that point? I hope he either learned his lesson and strive to be a better teacher, or just went and did something else entirely. Because genuinely, if a person is willing to use their power as a teacher to just fail all their students just because they were mad at them, should not be a teacher. Or if they really want to teach that bad, go to therapy. We are spoiled in this one. Because we have the story, of course, and then we have screenshots of texts. Are you ready? Because I am. If you're having any tea with your snacks, you don't need it. You got all that you need here. Am I overreacting at my unhinged mother-in-law who canceled the hotel booking made for our honeymoon? Probably not, unless it's because she made a nicer reservation. Which could go one of two ways. Peace. One of which may not lead to peace. One, it could be nice, because if it's like a nicer thing, then great. But even if it's nicer, not knowing what's going on in the background, not knowing that the plans are changing, could be irritating to brains like mine. But it looks like we should read the actual text first, and then we'll read the screenshots. As the title reads, my dearest mother-in-law stealthily canceled our honeymoon hotel reservation. For those of you who don't know, I posted on Reddit a few days ago about how my mother-in-law and sister-in-law went behind our backs and invited their friends to our wedding after we explicitly said no. Ooh, I might have to ask you for that story too. Complete the saga. This incident happened about a week ago, and just a few days after that, my mother-in-law lied to the hotel reception, making a phone call to cancel our honeymoon suite booking. Did she do the fake voice at all? Mustache included? Doesn't matter if no one's gonna see. It's part of the scheme. She and my father-in-law were visiting Chicago. Chicago! You are cultured if you know that reference. Where we live for 10 days to see their son. My fiancé mostly stayed home during their visit to make the most of their time together. A few days ago, after breakfast, mother-in-law asked to borrow his phone for an urgent call to her church. Did mother dearest lie? How ironic that it's a lie. I'm assuming it's a lie. I'm assuming it's the call to the hotel. Ironic that it's a lie of a phone call, so then she does have to call the church. She just had to call later to
confess her sin.
Claiming her network was out of range. Nothing about it seemed off, so obviously he handed it over. And then she spent the whole rest of the day playing Snake. Snake? Is it called Snake? I think so. I never played it, so that's where I'm uncultured. Our best guess is that when she called the hotel, pretending to be me, and told them we had to cancel because we were postponing our trip. What? Excuse me?
Identity theft is not a joke, Jim.
Since the call went from my fiancé's number and she claimed to be me, the hotel had no reason to question it. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, and you wouldn't think to like check the phone call, like for the phone number of the hotel, assuming like it's recognizable, like you remember it's for the hotel. But yeah, there wouldn't be any reason to question at that point. Cancellation went through on 3/28, and they even sent a confirmation email to his email, which was used at the time of booking. Yeah, that was totally gonna go by unnoticed. Again, I'll give benefit of the doubt. Maybe she was trying to plan something nicer, but if she just did it just cuz, then I don't know. We've been super caught up in the thick of our wedding preparation, so he hasn't been getting time lately to actively check his emails every day. This morning, while looking through his inbox for a vendor detail, this cancellation mail caught him off guard. For the first half an hour, we were absolutely dumbfounded with 1,000 questions in our mind. They call the hotel, asking questions, and they're like, yeah, you only get 20. You only get 20 questions to figure out this mystery. After that, I hang up and you are banned forever. When we called the reception to check, they informed us everything I mentioned above. They said that I, who apparently called them, I got a doppelganger now? What's happening? Even told them that the reservation number and check-in dates for final verification. Why? What is this lady's plan? It was a very straight answer. It's mother-in-law. We figured out the mystery, now let us back in. Imagine they still didn't. Because there has been no one over at our place in the past 10 days who could have pretended to be me and pull this off. Weird. My sister-in-law and her 6-year-old kid are staying with us because of her marriage issues. That's a whole other drama, but she's been at her friend's place for 5 days now. When we planned our honeymoon last year, my father-in-law was the one who suggested this very hotel, so mother-in-law obviously knew about it. What has changed your mind? But we kept on wondering how the hell did she get the reservation details the reception asked for? After this, my fiance rang her thrice. Not once, but twice, but thrice. Answer me these riddles 3. Why did you pretend to be me? That's part of the 20 questions too. They only answer in riddles. But she didn't answer, so I texted her. She responded like a weirdo. Answer me these riddles 3. As you can see in the screenshots. Oh, excited to read those. And my last message didn't even get delivered in blue. 3 hours later, she finally called us when both of us raised hell on her. She tried red herring us with her BS, but after realizing we were on the verge of disinviting her from the wedding, she finally accepted what she did. What? What is going on? I wonder if we'll get an actual reason or if it's gonna be a BS one. When we asked her about the reservation details, she said she got it from my fiance's email when he gave her his phone unlocked for making the call. Okay. The fake effing story she tried to sell us was that she wanted to surprise us with a honeymoon suite at an even better hotel as a wedding gift. Of course, none of us bought that nonsense, and my fiance counter-questioned her for details of the supposed new hotel. Which it would probably be a lovely story if this were actually true, but I mean, apparently, it's not. I'm sure I'll read more about it. She started fumbling. We were suddenly in the middle of a football game. Spat out the name of some godforsaken random hotel in Rome, and dodged the call saying she's babysitting our nephew at the moment. Okay. We just called the rando hotel, which is our wedding present, you guys. You guys. And why am I not surprised there's no effing room booked under either of our names, let alone suite? The only thing I could say there is if it was true and she was like in the middle of booking it, I guess, because it seems like the hotel is real. But even under the guise of it being like a surprise, I don't know. You never know in like one-sided stories. Maybe she really was trying to plan for it. Maybe she was in the middle of booking the suite. Wait, but did she say... Wait a minute. It doesn't say that... So like the mother-in-law wasn't saying that she had already booked it, but that she was wanting to. So again, maybe I'm giving too much benefit of the doubt, but it's like, it could be possible that she really was trying to do that, but I don't know, man. We tried booking ourselves again at Hotel X. X marks the spot, which we originally booked and our suite's already gone to the person next in queue. We tried settling for other rooms, but they said May's the peak season in Europe, so they can't accommodate us at the moment and will notify if something opens up later. See, and that's the thing, even with that benefit of the doubt, it's kind of like, well, if she really was trying to do it, she should have taken care of it already, and then canceled the booking from the other hotel. Again, going along this benefit of the doubt, maybe that was the intention. Like, the intention was to just, like, cancel the other one and then make this other one and then surprise them. But it could also be possible that perhaps there was some sabotage happening. I really want to hop on the next flight to Ohio right now and go nuclear on her. So reading the actual Reddit post itself, you could probably argue, in fact, like, I'm wondering a little bit, like, oh, is it that weird if she really was trying to make it a surprise? But we still have the text to read, so let's see. Blank tried calling you thrice. Can we talk whenever you have a moment? Hello, yes. I'm quite occupied right now babysitting blank. I just have one question. Yes? Did you cancel our hotel reservation? I am sorry, which hotel? It was weirdly robotic. I am sorry. Which one? And blank. The one we booked for our honeymoon. I am not sure if I am catching up. Let me call you once blank is home. Yeah, it is a little weird to be like, which hotel, when it's probably pretty obvious that there's only the one. The question's pretty simple. Did you cancel it or not? Why did we get a mail from the hotel saying a cancellation had been made under my name? I don't get it. Are you upset the booking is canceled or upset because of having it canceled under your name? Huh? I mean, sure. It's pretty obvious. As obvious as it could be over text that it's not the greatest thing. But why are you like dancing around the answer? Just answer if you did or not. Because that's the thing. If this really was like trying to be a surprise, that would actually be the time to reveal it, I guess. Because like if it really was going to be a surprise, when were you planning on doing it? Unless it really was just sabotage. Blank, you're still not answering me. Let me call you once I'm free. The cancellation was made 3 days ago from blank's phone, saying it's me. Only you were here then, so the timing kind of speaks for itself. Huh. See, that's the interesting thing, like what I was just saying, that the text itself in the Reddit post, like you could argue, in fact I kind of have been because of being curious about it, like what if this is just, she really did want to make it a surprise, but that she's not done it the greatest. Because you know, that happens. Sometimes like things you plan don't go how you want. But then once asked about it, like dancing around the answer, when that could have been a reasonable time for you to be like, hey, I wanted to do this for you. Or even like just could have been honest about it and went like, yeah, like I wanted to surprise you with a better hotel and I'm working on it. You know, something like that, right? Because it's like, why, unless you had a specific time you wanted to reveal a surprise, why not just say that? Instead going to this assumption of like, oh, are you upset because it's canceled or because of it being canceled under your... Like, that's not what they're asking. It's very interesting. I'd be very curious to see what you guys think. Is she just sabotaging for no reason? Or do you think she really was trying to make it a surprise but has just gone about it the wrong way? Because depending on the argument, you could say perhaps there's overreaction, but at the same time, here's my thing. Either way, I don't think OP is overreacting because it's still weird at the end of the day to not only just have this rug swept under you, especially in the wedding planning process. Like, that would be stressful to just see this cancellation email and we're like, what is this? And to have no word from like the mother-in-law who clearly did it, you know? And then when asking her about it, she's like dancing around the answer when you're just trying to get a straight answer. Like, at the very least, it is not an overreaction to be like, this is weird. Can you just communicate with me? Yeah, if it really was a surprise, very much mother-in-law could have handled it better. And if not, if it was just her being a turd, ma'am, are you all right? Interesting. That was an interesting one. Just a really weird standoff. I hope you got resolution on that. You know what, though? I don't know what the other story says, but they mentioned that there's another story they posted a few days before this, where there was also some turd blossom behavior. So, maybe not. Because, yeah, it was like the mother-in-law and sister-in-law invited their friends after they said no. Follow the breadcrumbs, I guess. And yeah, if there's history of the mother-in-law not being the most cooperative person, probably not an overreaction. Hopefully OP was able to, you know, process those emotions as needed because, yeah, feelings are valid. And hopefully able to resolve it in a way that was healthy and productive for them and their relationship with mother-in-law and everything. Which, you know, sometimes means that you just have to, like, you know, accept that it is what it is with them and that you can't change them, because that's valid too. Hopefully you're looking after yourself, because that's what you deserve. Because if it started to turn into like a whole brawl, that could verge into like overreaction, but like the feeling itself, being frustrated by this, I don't see as an overreaction. You got this. I believe in you. But yeah, tell me what you guys think. Now this one isn't wedding related. It's just a short one that I just thought was funny. I was accidentally staring at someone for like a minute through their car. You know, when like you're fixing your hair or something, or just staring off into space, you know, you're staring into the void, dissociating from the troubles of life. And then you realize you're staring at someone and you feel so awkward after that. Like, oops, didn't mean to personify you as the void. I woke up from a 30-minute nap and decided to open my window. I live on the first floor of my apartment. Oh, you know what? It's because car is in the title. I thought this person was in their car. Just staring at each other through their car windows. I live on the first floor of my apartment, and right outside my window is the parking lot. I was just kind of looking around and then just stared at an empty parking spot, just mentally waking up. There was a black car in front of me, but the entire windshield was reflecting the sun towards me. I genuinely couldn't see the inside. Oh no, that person just seeing you from the window they're just like, oh. Apparently the theme of this video is just a weird, awkward standoff between parties. Out of the corner of my eye, I see a hand waving or something. Oh no! I immediately freak out and walk away. Oh, that's so embarrassing. I would just stay in my apartment the whole rest of the day, and I don't know what I'd do. Just pass out from embarrassment, because I would simply stop breathing because I'd be afraid of existing in that moment. The second I do, the car turns on and seconds later drives away, still making eye contact. They probably noticed me open my window and were watching everything. But I was staring at the spot right next to them. I just hope they aren't people I know. I have coworkers living near me. I think I would die if that was the case. Ugh, they just torture you forever when you're at work. I have a few pointless stories saved, I think, because I came across this sub and I was just like, that's funny. Just pointless stories. I mean, as the description says, where storytellers of all kinds share the stories that no one really needs to hear or just don't fit in anywhere else. We need to hear them because, you know, that's life. Sometimes weird things happen. It's like that scene in Umbrella Academy where they're crossing each other in the cars. Oh, that's funny. We've all been there. And then, I always like to do my feel-good finale, and if I don't have anything in the moment, I just turn to memes. Look at this one. This one's so cute. Just says, me at my best friend's wedding, and it's a series of pictures of the couple, and then what I assume is the maid of honor is like playing with the veil. And she's just like wrapped up in it, and it's really cute. That's adorable. Apparently the theme of this video was cowboy standoff for some reason. No resolution, just awkward things happening. I hope in the wedding story they got resolution because that's weird. I hope if it was a surprise, the mother-in-law took care of it, or if not, hope everyone's okay. Lots of question marks this video. And then last week I was debating between two comments I wanted to include, you know, for a comment of the video. And so I'm gonna go with the other one I was wanting to do because I loved it so much. It's by Marina Scott 5481. You are a real one. I really appreciate you every time you comment, and you're just so consistent here, and I really appreciate that. Thank you. But it just says, lovely, closing the bar tonight and listening to a wedding comp from Poco. Great way to end the night. I love that. And it's both like awesome, but also so weird knowing that people are like watching me and listening to me. Like obviously, duh, I know that's how it works, but it's just like really thinking about it. Like I had this image one time, just thinking about someone watching me like on their TV or something, and then I do the edit where it's really close up to my face. Thinking that someone's doing that, like someone's watching me on their TV when it's that kind of edit where it's just my face really close up. Like what? So I appreciate you guys enjoy my tomfoolery, especially you, Marina. You're a true gremlin. But anyway, yeah, that will be it. Thank you for joining this latest sleepover. It's been fun getting back into wedding stories. I'm very excited by the idea of the Wedding Story Wednesday, and I'm looking forward to keeping that going. And I'm gonna try, because a goal of mine is to be able to upload twice a week, and I'm working up to that, and to still upload on Fridays, and those will just be maybe another reaction sleepover, so sometimes we'll just get that double feature, or times where I want to upload other things. We will see. I hope you're doing well, but if not, I hope this video has brightened your day at least a little bit. If you have any stories you'd like to share, you can either email me or there's links in the description. Please do. I like my stories. It's kind of fun that my channel is just, no matter what kind of content I'm making, it's usually involving some kind of story. I love it. I've always been a story gremlin. Yeah, love and appreciate you guys as always. Thank you for being so supportive, and everyone who's new here, welcome. I hope you stay. And yeah, that is it. Take care of yourselves and each other. Do your best to be a good human, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. Go have your own awkward standoffs.